Here comes your 1 minute time check for this Auburn broadcast. Mark. "30 seconds till broadcast." Mark.
The following is an exclusive presentation of the Auburn Sports Network, a division of Playfly Sports.
Auburn plays its first true road game this evening. The Tigers have ventured to the desert Southwest to face the number 2 team in the country in front of a sold-out crowd. Good evening in War Eagle from McKale Center in Tucson, Arizona, with Randall Dickey and Brad Law. I'm Andy Bertram. In spite of a win in the ACC-SEC Challenge, Stephen Pearl was not pleased with his team's play this week. The Tigers had 20 turnovers on the night in a 10-point win over NC State. Kevin Overton established a career high with 29 points. Keyshawn Hall recorded his 17th career double-double and continues to be the second leading scorer and rebounder in Southeastern Conference play. Arizona was picked 4th in the preseason in the Big 12, but the Wildcats are 7-0 and scoring 87 points a game. Tommy Lloyd's squad is averaging 42 rebounds per game and gets 30 points from its bench. 3-time Arizona Player of the Year, Koa Pete, is averaging 15.5 points per game in his freshman season. 7-footer Mo Kribas is the leading rebounder at nearly 8 per game. And Alabama transfer Jaden Bradley, one of 3 McDonald's All-Americans in the starting lineup, adds 14 points and nearly 3 assists per contest. Auburn is in the midst of a tough stretch of non-conference opponents. Considering who Auburn is playing tonight and the setting, this may be the toughest of the season thus far. The CB&S Bank Countdown to Tip-Off starts now.
Exclusive pregame coverage of the Tigers begins now with the CB&S Bank Countdown to Tip-Off. Coming up, analysis, interviews, and a look around college basketball, all to get you ready for Auburn basketball. CB&S Bank has a long history of stability, and just like Auburn University, we have a legacy of serving our community's needs for generations. Alongside Coach Randall Dickey, here's the voice of the Tigers, Andy Bertram.
And we welcome you on the Lute Olson Court in the McKale Center in Tucson, Arizona. Along with Randall Dickey, I'm Andy Bertram. Brad Law will join in just a few moments from our Auburn Sports Network studios. Well, this is going to be the toughest, by far the toughest, of the preseason atmospheres that Auburn faces. The number 2 team in the country in front of a sold-out crowd here in Tucson tonight.
Well, that's for sure, and it's a true road game. It's going to be in a hostile environment. It's one of the great venues in college basketball. Had unbelievable success here. They have a large number of really good players that's played here historically, but they've got an outstanding team this year. They're going to come toward in a direction of the Tigers tonight with the 2-phase. They've got great size internationally from on the front line, as well as All-American guards on the perimeter. They come off the bench with some familiar faces. You mentioned the guard from Alabama that's starting, that's the All-American, and also Owaka, the transfer from Tennessee, which is a power forward. He's about as wide as he is tall, and he's about 6'8".
Stephen Pearl says he is the most physical player, talking about Tobe Owaka, the transfer from Tennessee, that he has seen Auburn face this season. But I do want to talk about Koa Pete, 3-time Arizona Player of the Year, a McDonald's All-American. 6'8", 235 pounds. He is Sebastian Williams Adams size. Fabulous with the mid-range, and he wants to get it to the rim, and he is the leading scorer for this very talented Arizona ball club.
Well, he's the number 8 recruit coming out in 2025. Last year, overall, across the nation, an outstanding player. He was also a gold medal winner on the under-19 World Cup team. He has been through it. He's had a lot of experience, and he's putting up a lot of numbers for this Arizona Wildcats. They're starting a young ball club. They've got some really young, talented players, but they have been productive up to this point.
Pete, in his debut for Arizona, on the road scored 30 against the defending national champion Florida Gators in a win for the Wildcats. That's what he did in his collegiate debut.
Well, he certainly can put the ball in the basket. He's going to be a handful for the Tigers. There'll be multiple players that will have to guard him tonight. I hope that the ball also board play is going to be a big key factor. But I think also with that great size that they have, I think they're susceptible a little bit. If the Tigers defense can hold, we can get out and get some easy baskets as well.
All right, if a head coach cannot be pleased with his team's play in a win, that was a capsule of Stephen Pearl after Auburn's 10-point win against NC State on Wednesday night. Auburn turned it over 20 times in the game. That led to 22 points for NC State. If not for the career night of Kevin Overton and Keyshawn Hall, that may be a loss for the Tigers, and that's why he was not happy with his team's play, especially on the offensive end Wednesday night in that 10-point win.
Well, I don't think anybody has. In the top 25, anybody's very pleased with their ball club up to this point. There's always chinks in the armor. You've got to keep them on that ladder. You've got to keep them climbing those rungs one step after another, because everyone knows that when we go into SEC play, it is for real. The great players, great coaches that we have to face. These are great warm-up games preparing the Tigers, and I think Stephen knows that his demand level has got to be extremely high. They've got to strive for perfection, hope that it turns out good, sometimes better than good when you play, but hopefully that you rise to the point that you reach a level of play that is much better than you're playing right now.
Ironically, it was the two guys that have actually played against Arizona and played here at McKale Center that led Auburn Wednesday night. Kevin Overton, who came to Auburn from Texas Tech, and of course Keyshawn Hall, who came to Auburn from UCF. Both of those guys faced this Arizona ball club a year ago. They can give Auburn a little bit of insight in what it's like to play the Wildcats of Arizona.
Well, Kevin's been in here. You know, he's been in this venue. He's a very steady player for the Tigers. I think he's a big cog in the wheel for the Tigers. He's just, you kind of know what you're going to get every night out of him, and Keyshawn Hall has just been fabulous. He sometimes struggles throughout the game. You look at him, you think he's not scoring very well, then you look up and he's also averaging double figures. He's knocking on double-figure rebounds. He just kind of seems to be very productive, put the ball in the basket at 3 different levels, and he has really been the guy that really has carried the Tigers up to this point in scoring. Kevin had a terrific night coming off his career high at 29 points against NC State the other night. Andy, I just wish that we could get 1, 2, maybe 3 more guys into that double-figure scoring column, and I think the Tigers can take one giant step of level of play and can be among the best in college basketball.
Keyshawn Hall is averaging 21.8 points per ball game, 9.1 rebounds, a double-double on Wednesday night. But when we talked to him on the Regions Bank postgame show, the stat that jumped off the page to him, 6 turnovers. He recognized the turnover trouble that Auburn had Wednesday night.
Well, I think that's the demand level that Coach Pearl has put on them right now. They want you guys to strive every day that you want to go to the gym and go to the arena and really try to improve on your game. Cut down on some mistakes. Basketball is a game of mistakes, and the team that usually makes the least amount usually wins. We were very fortunate the other night against the Wolfpack at NC State. Fortunately, we were playing at home. The ball fell in. We shot an unbelievable percentage. Shot it great from 3, made great free throws down the stretch, and had those 2 guys, like I said, Kevin, going for 29 points was much needed.
On one hand, you can look at, say, if you don't get that play from Overton and Hall Wednesday night with the turnovers that Auburn is fortunate to win the game. On the other hand, if Auburn just plays its normal game, takes care of the basketball, it's a blowout win.
Well, that's
Auburn.
true. One thing that I really like about the Tigers, it did not affect their defense was very good. They really got after the Wolfpack. They stayed between the man, the basketball, and the basket. They covered for each other. Their rotation of defense is really improving, and that's something that I really like to see out of our guys. When a guy gets beat on the perimeter, another guy rotates over and takes his man.
Well, keeping Arizona away from the rim will be huge tonight for Auburn. Not only in Arizona's offense, but also keeping Arizona off the offensive glass here tonight.
Well, they're terrific on that, and they get about almost, I would say 41% of their production of points comes on stickbacks, offensive rebounds, and putbacks. And what that does, that creates a myriad of problems. When you get offensive rebounds and stickbacks, it creates fouls because you're in traffic. You get bumped on the shot back in, and then you end up fouling. That's a double negative. One, the positive for the opponent scoring. Then you foul him is the second negative. He goes to the free throw line, has a chance to increase the lead or claw their way back in it as the time is stopped.
Auburn has faced good offensive rebounding teams this season. Houston, Oregon, Michigan, and St. John's. Stephen Pearl says this is the best offensive rebounding team that Auburn has faced and will be one of the best that Auburn faces all season long.
Well, I just hope the quickness, the versatility, the tenacity of the Auburn Tigers cuts that down just a little bit where you can slide in there. I'd like to see the Tigers get a few offensive rebounds, stick back, because those frontline guys are good and they are big from Arizona, but a quickness sometimes will beat those guys to the basketball, and maybe that'll happen tonight.
And one thing that we won't know until we actually see it, how will this Auburn team react to a sold-out crowd for the first time this season?
Well, it's going to test us. I think the quality of play that we had in the players era in Las Vegas. You play in the Oregon, you play on the road. It's all or nothing on that. There's just
for heating, cooling, and insulation. Here's Ian Borders with the 60-second scout of Arizona.
matchup that's being played in Houston. 7th-ranked Iowa State annihilated number 1 Purdue in West Lafayette, 81-58. It was historic. It was tied for the largest margin of defeat for a top-ranked team at home ever. Tigers get the Boilers in Indy in 2 weeks. Michigan hit 100 again. 3rd-ranked Wolverines ran Rutgers out of Ann Arbor, 101-60. 4th-ranked Duke got by number 7 Michigan State, 66-60 in East Lansing. The Blue Devils are 10-0, and 5 of those wins are against ranked teams. Number 6 Louisville beat Indiana, 87-78, second straight loss for the 22nd-ranked Hoosiers. And Washington stormed back from an 18-point halftime deficit to down number 24 USC, 84-76 in L.A. That's an update on a busy day in college basketball. When we come back, we bring our focus back to the Tigers and Wildcats. Andy Burcham's exclusive pregame conversation with Stephen Pearl ahead of Auburn and Arizona in Tucson. Don't go away. This is the Auburn Sports Network.
The Goose Performing Arts Center at Auburn University is Alabama's premier destination for the arts, bringing you the very best of Broadway, dance, music, and more. Learn more about upcoming performances and see the calendar of events online at gougecenter.auburn.edu. That's GOGUE center.auburn.edu. Or call the box office 334-844-TIXS.
Keeping your money in a traditional savings account is like using the Yellow Pages instead of Google. Outdated and slow. Skip the small, slow returns and put your money to work with the Max Elevate Money Market. You get all the same security of a savings account, plus the ability to earn even more on your money. Get started at mymax.com/elevate or call us at 260-2600. Certain restrictions apply. Federally insured by NCUA.
This is Ray Hornsby at Affordable Comfort Cooling Systems and Plumbing. We believe our work is more than just AC and plumbing repairs. It is about serving people with integrity and care. As a Christian-owned company, we take Colossians 3:23 to heart. Whatever you do, work at it with all your heart, as working for the Lord, not for men. That's why at ACCS and Plumbing, we do the job right the first time and always stand behind our work. Honest service, faith-driven values. Give us a call today or visit accsauburn.com to learn more. That's accsauburn.com.
Alabama license number 12084. Get ready, Auburn. The ultimate hunting and outdoor experience is coming soon with Winter Timber Outdoors. For those who know the difference, we've got you covered. From premium firearms and trusted ammo to the largest selection of knives and Sitka gear built for the extreme. Winter Timber Outdoors is your one-stop hunting shop. Plus, check out our lifestyle apparel and our on-cloud running shoes. Find us at 2049 East University Drive across from the Auburn Mall next to Walmart or online at wintertimberoutdoors.com.
Ford presents our exclusive pregame visit with head coach Stephen Pearl. Visit your local Ford dealer, proud sponsor of the Auburn Tigers. Here's Andy Burcham with Coach Pearl.
First true road game of the season, and boy, you pick a dandy here with the number 2 team in the country.
Yeah, it would have been nice if we could have, warmed up with a different road opponent, minus the, I guess now the number 1 team in the country since Purdue went down today. But I think one of the things that it'll obviously serve us really well, we're going to play in one of the best home court advantage environments in all of college basketball. And, we're playing against the number 1 team in the country, number 1 or number 2 team in the country in that environment. So getting to SEC play, we're not going to have played in a tougher environment against a better team. So it's a great litmus test to kind of figure out where we are and what we're made of. So obviously excited for the opportunity.
Talk about the turnovers from the North Carolina State game from early this week.
Yeah, I just thought that it was just sloppy execution. It was pretty uncharacteristic because, we only turn the ball over 9 times a game. And, part of that is, NC State does a lot of switching, and they switched up some of their ball screen coverages. And our guys just weren't very disciplined in their execution, and I thought we tried to make too many difficult passes instead of just making the easy pass. The next guy that was available and open, but our guys off the ball didn't do a very good job of moving. So I think it was just, our guys just kind of slopped through some things, and And, it's something that we really got to clean up tonight, because this is a team that if you don't execute at a high level and you turn the ball over, they get out in transition, it turns into points for them.
How do you prepare for an atmosphere like this, and it being the first true road game of the season? What precautions, and that may even be the right word, but what do you do to prepare for this one today?
I mean, we had crowd noise going in the practice or in the main gym the other day, just to try and make their communication a little bit more difficult. But you really can't simulate it until you actually get in it and see it. So we told them it's Neville Arena of the West, so it's going to be loud. They're obviously going to play elevated because they're playing at home. So understand that they're going to go on runs. We just, we got to stick together. We've gone through some adversity this year, but this is going to be more adversity than we've had all year. More than Michigan, more than Houston, more than Bethune-Cookman. This is going to be a different level, a different environment. So it'll be great for our guys to experience it, and it'll be really good for us as coaches to see how they react to it.
What do you think this team learned from that Michigan ball game?
When you don't execute and, you kind of do some uncharacteristic things defensively, and you miss 15 free throws, and that team plays as good as they could play all year, that's going to happen. That's basketball, right? You saw it today. Purdue lost to Iowa State by 27 at home. That's just basketball. Teams are going to get blitzed sometimes. For us, it's more about the response, and I thought our response was pretty good, getting ready for St. John's the next day. So for us, tonight, if they go on a run, what's our response going to be? Because they're going to go on runs. That's just part of playing a really good basketball team on the road. We just got to do a good job of staying together, trusting each other, not letting those runs dictate the next play, and just try and, continue to, execute what we do on both ends of the floor. And, I think if this team's able to, hang in there for the first 30 minutes, the pressure will shift all on them, and then we can just execute and do the things that we got to do. But we obviously got to find ways to hang in there for the first 30.
What are your thoughts about this Arizona roster? I mean, there's McDonald's All-Americans all over the place on this roster, and a couple guys that Auburn has seen before that play key roles on this team as well.
Yeah, it's a team that's, it's got 4 upperclassmen and 4 freshmen. The freshmen are all very highly touted players. Even some of the upperclassmen are highly touted guys. So it's guys that they have really good experience, and they have really talented freshmen. It's one of his better constructed teams since he's been at Arizona. So they offer a lot of challenges. So we'll have our hands full. But like I said, it's a great test for us, this early in the season, because like I said, you're not going to see many more complete teams the rest of the way than Arizona, Michigan, Purdue, Houston. So it'll really help get us ready for the rest of the year.
Got to be physical tonight, don't you?
Oh, no doubt. This is the number 10 offensive rebounding team in the country. They're the best offensive rebounding team we've played to this point. They have elite size, and they have some really physical bruisers down there. Toby Owaka, number 30, who was at Tennessee, is a guy that, I told our guys, I don't like hype people up very often, but he's one of the most physical players I've ever seen in college basketball. And I played against some really good ones when I was at Tennessee. He just does his role, and he does it at such a high level. So for us, he's going to be a handful down there. All their bigs are going to be a handful. So we got to do it as a group. It's got to be by committee. The guards got to really crack down and be physical. And we just got to try and limit them to as few second chance opportunities as we possibly can.
How important is transition both ways tonight?
Yeah, for them, obviously they're very good in transition. Part of it is because they do a good job of creating offense from their defense. We can't do what we did against NC State and have live ball turnovers, because on the road, that turns into points, and that turns into momentum, and that turns into timeouts. So we got to do a good job of limiting those. I'd rather get a shot up on the rim before we turn the ball over. So we got to limit our turnovers, because it will lead to transition for them. And we got to do a good job of building a wall and doing our work early in the post, because they do a good job of driving it and then stealing it. For us, since they are bigger than us, but we're faster and quicker than they are, we got to get out in transition and make, smart plays in transition, because I think we can score on them in transition. So Todd's got to push the ball at the floor. Our guards got to get down the floor. Our 5-man's got to get to the rim and seal, because I think we can get good driving lanes if we push the ball.
All the best tonight, War Eagle.
War Eagle.
Welcome back to the Ford F-150 Truck Highlight Show.
We saw an outstanding performance, Andy.
It wasn't just a performance, Gabe. F-150 sent a message.
I mean, come on. Towing, payload, technology. It's one highlight after another.
Gabe, it's always game on with a Ford F-150. For the latest offers on the official truck of the Auburn Tigers, see your local Ford dealer today. War Eagle.
The Alabama Education Association is the member-driven voice of Alabama's education employees. AEA members are teachers, education support professionals, administrators, professors, future teachers, and education retirees. Joining the Alabama Education Association has never been easier. Use their new online membership for a fast, safe, and secure way to join today. Visit myaea.org to learn more.
Alabama Power is here for you when big storms hit, but we're also here for the little things. We're there to get the coffee started, to make sure everyone's ready for school, for midday dance breaks, and evening entertainment. We're also there to help you save on all that energy with easy-to-use tips, tools, and efficiency programs. So enjoy these moments.
Kids, movie night.
And we'll do the rest. Visit alabamapower.com and follow us on social to learn more.
You like saving money, right? We all do. That's why Allstate just lowered the price of car insurance. Not, but wait, there's a catch. Lower. Actually lower. So if you're shopping around or just want to see how much you could save, check Allstate first for a new lower auto rate that could save you hundreds. You're in good hands with Allstate. Not available in every state. Only applicable for new auto insurance business. Rates will vary by several factors, including how you purchase the policy. Potential savings vary. Allstate North American Insurance Company and Affiliates, Northbrook, Illinois.
You're listening to Auburn basketball. Now more of the CB&S Bank countdown to tip-off.
We are just about 10 minutes away from tip-off in Tucson between the Tigers and the Wildcats, number 20 against number 2. And let's go back out there and get Coach's keys to the game. They're presented by Sun South. Sun South John Deere is the preferred tractor of the Tigers. Find your local dealer at sunsouth.com. Coach Randall Dickey, what are your Sun South keys to the game?
Well, it's going to be an absolute battle on the boards tonight, so rebounding on both ends for the Tigers is very imperative. Arizona's out rebounding their opponents by 14. Statistically, the Tigers cannot let the Cats do that to them tonight. The Tigers, secondly, must take care of the basketball. Last game was very uncharacteristic with the Tigers only averaging about 9 turnovers going in. They had a large number and also winning, which they were very unfortunate. We cannot do that on a true road game, especially here in the McKale Center tonight. And lastly, continue to shoot the ball well. The Tigers have really shot it well, and they got to do it from all 3 levels: behind the 3, mid-range, and right at the basket. Get light on your feet, play as hard as you can play, defend very well, and I think the Tigers will be fine.
I thought Andy asked Coach Pearl a really good question about what they could learn from the Michigan game, because not because of the way the game went, but because Michigan's a team with a lot of size and a lot of length and a lot of bulk. Arizona is a team with a lot of size and a lot of length and some bulk. So there's some similarities. What, in your opinion, what can the Tigers take from that Michigan game and improve or do differently tonight?
Well, I think you just got to evaluate your preparation the day before and the day of the game, and kind of what kind of mental state you're in for a player is what I'm talking about. But I think you could, one of the most important things early in the season is learn what not to do as much as what to do. Was your preparation very well prepared the night before? Did you get enough sleep? Did you not feel very well? Did you do things on a good routine on game day? If not, get back to those things. Team-wise, I think you can learn the mistakes defensively, whether you're going to trap ball screens, are you going to hedge really hard, or are you going to switch and make that communication defensively? And then offensively, are you really persistent about accomplishing your goals when you go down the court each possession to try to get the very best shot your team can find? Also finding the open shooter, penetrating in. Are you going one bounce too far and taking the shot, or are you drawing the defense to you and setting up your teammates? Those are things I think you can learn early in the year. You can build on that going into conference play.
Quickly, what do you like to do in early offensive sets on the road, hostile environment? Are you trying to run something for Tahad or Kevin Overton, or are you trying to run something through the post on the first possession or 2 of the ballgame?
I think the first 3 possessions, I think you want to play really fast and see kind of how the players are moving on the first 3 possessions, see how their footwork is, see how their mental state is, how they're looking, their eyes. But I think you give them all the freedom in the world. If you've got an open 3 on the road and you take it and miss, then you kind of, you'll give them another possession, and the next time down, you might want to set up a play. But basketball is a big part of the three-point game, but it's also never going to leave. The closer you are to the basket, the higher percentage of shots are.
Good stuff. All right, can't wait for your call of the game with the voice of the Tigers coming up in just a few minutes from Tucson. Before we do anything else, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification on the Auburn Sports Network. Pregame medical report presented by East Alabama Health. Their team of first responders proud to provide first aid care at Neville Arena in every Auburn Athletics home event. Another game without Abdul Bashir. Everybody else expected to be ready to go for the Tigers in this big top 20 test tonight. Starting lineups and the opening tip on the other side of this final pregame timeout. This is the Auburn Sports Network.
Yellowwood knows that a five-star backyard is the place to make lasting memories. Like roasting marshmallows on a cool fall night. That's it. Turn it nice and slow. Get it toasted all... Oh, no, it's on fire. Oh, you want it on fire. Okay, that's a choice, I guess. Crunchy. For five-star backyards and the most memorable experiences, Yellowwood brand pressure-treated pine. If it doesn't have that yellow tag, you don't want it.
War Eagle Plus is the premier subscription experience for Auburn fans. It's inside access and unmatched experiences with the teams and student athletes you love. Subscriptions are available at 6 pricing levels, each unlocking access to deeper experiences and providing greater impact for Auburn student athletes. Members receive discounted concessions at all home athletic events, VIP experiences, team store credit, priority entry to select athletic events, monthly giveaways, plus access to the War Eagle Plus content network. Heisman level members or above will also now receive 1 Tigers Unlimited Foundation priority point for every $1 contributed through their War Eagle Plus subscription. Explore the site and join today. auburntigers.com/War Eagle Plus.
At CB&S Bank, tradition runs deep. Since 1906, we've been serving families and communities with stability you can count on. And today, that legacy of service continues. Recognized by American Banker as the 16th best performing bank nationally and #1 in Alabama in their asset category. Being a team member is who we are, which is why we're proud to support Auburn University athletics. So, bank with the best. Visit cbsbank.com to learn more. CB&S Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
We're counting down to the opening tip. Time to introduce the starting 5.
Pettiford, top of the circle. He'll put up a 3 to tie it. It's good! Good. To hide between the circles. Screen from Jovic to the left wing for 3. Good.
Anytime you send a screen for Tahad Pettiford, he comes wide open. You better look out because he can shoot it in that hole.
Tahad Pettiford, Jersey City, New Jersey, Hudson Catholic High School.
Murphy ahead for Overton. Drives into the lane to the basket. Good.
Beautifully done. Nice steal by Murphy. Made the outlet pass to Overton, and Overton took it coast to coast all the way.
At the top of the circle to Overton. Had the 3, didn't take it. Shot clock at 16. Spins down the lane. Overton. Fade away. 8-footer. Good.
Beautiful little step back.
Kevin Overton, Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, Norman North High School.
Freeman. Elijah. Good step to the hole and jams it with 2 hands.
What a beautifully one dribble from way behind the 3-point line. Used the Euro step and then slammed it home.
Wing for Freeman. Goes baseline to the basket. Shoots and missed it. Got it back and put it in.
Extra effort played.
Elijah Freeman, West Palm Beach, Florida, Wellington High School.
Shot is up and it rolls around the rim about 5 times, and Keyshawn Murphy.
What an effort. What an effort.
That's a screen for Murphy. Gets to Murphy to the hole. Good. Perfect to Murphy at the top. He'll pop a wide open 3. Good.
I think you're seeing the experience of Keyshawn Murphy come out in his late stages of the game.
Keyshawn Murphy, Birmingham, Alabama, Ramsey High School.
Gets it underneath. Hall up with a left hand scoop. Left side Hall. Free ball Hall. Good. Right wing for Keyshawn Hall. Working outside the lane. Now into the lane. Bumps his man. Gets it back up. And in with a foul.
Nice one-on-one move by Keyshawn Hall.
Keyshawn Big R Hall, Cleveland, Ohio, James Ford Road.
The starting lineups have been presented by Great Southern Wood, makers of Yellowwood brand pressure-treated pine. If it doesn't have that yellow tag, you don't want it.
Auburn number 20 in the AP poll, 24 in the coaches poll, 7-2 on the season. Stephen Pearl in his first season at Auburn, a record of 8-2. Arizona number 2 in the country in the AP poll, number 3 in the coaches poll for the Arizona Wildcats, coached by Tommy Lloyd in his 4th season in Tucson, a record of 119-33. Starting lineup for Arizona, Jaden Bradley at the point, 6'3" senior from Rochester, New York, 14.3 points, 2.7 rebounds, 3.7 assists. Braden Burries, a 6'4" freshman from San Bernardino, California, 10.5 points, 2.5 rebounds. Ivan Karchenko, 6'7" freshman from Munich, Germany, 6.9 points, 3.7 rebounds. Koa Pete, the 3-time Arizona Player of the Year, 6'8" freshman from Chandler, Arizona, a team leading 15.5 points, nearly 6 rebounds. And Mo Krivas, a 7'2" junior from Lithuania, averaging 10 points and a team leading 7.7 rebounds. Auburn in the orange uniforms, tops and bottoms, blue numerals and lettering, the white trim. Arizona, the home white uniforms with the blue numerals and lettering, and the red trim. 14,688 the capacity here at McKale Center, and tonight is a sellout. Doug Sermons, Tony Padilla, and Byron Jarrett are the officials. The tap is controlled by Arizona. Auburn will go to the basket to our left, and we're underway in Tucson. Burries, top of the circle.
Tigers are aggressive in their man-to-man right off the bat.
Karchenko, top of the circle for Bradley. Bradley off the left wing for Burries. Down inside the arc for Pope. Drives baseline, goes up in a double team, missed it, tapped up and got it.
And the second opportunity for the Arizona Wildcats. He missed the shot. Tigers didn't get it, so they tipped it right back in.
2-0 Arizona with the lead. They get the offensive rebound right off the bat. At the top of the circle, down the left side, Pettiford to the hole. Up and under, ball was blocked by Krivas. And here's Arizona working the other way. Bradley, right wing 3-ball. Burries didn't get it. Rebound tapped, and it comes to Auburn. Tigers the other way, 4-on-4. Pettiford, top of the circle. Left wing Hall. Corner, head fake 3, back to the wing. Hall for 3. Barely drew iron, missed it. Rebound underneath. Murphy goes up with a reverse, missed it. Got it back, and he scores.
Great second effort there by Murphy. He went and got his own miss, got an offensive rebound and a stick back.
2-2 the score, 18:47, first half of play. They go underneath for Krivas, and he walked. He got double teamed. That was Freeman and Pettiford double teaming the big guy underneath.
It was really good. He put him in traffic. He's very big, but he's kind of slow and awkward. They really tried to go high-low that time. Pettiford made the difference.
2-2 the score. Auburn basketball, 18:39, first half of play. Pettiford, top of the circle, drives. Down the lane, goes up and didn't get it. And the rebound pulled in by Bradley, the other way for Arizona. Cross midcourt, Bradley, all the way to the hole. He lays it up and in.
Yeah, he just went coast to coast that time. We got to get the ball stopped. Transition defense kind of broke down that time.
Pettiford across midcourt, Tigers trail 4-2. Arizona in a man, Pettiford. Left wing, now to the top. Murphy, head fake at 3, drives on Krivas. Kicks it into the corner for Overton. Right side, into the lane. Kevin up with the left hand. He got it, the ball.
Nice, strong move. He went from the deep corner, put it on the deck, got to the right in front of the rim and laid it up.
4-4 our score. 17:55 in the first. Krivas behind the defense, goes up and he scores.
That's their early offense. That's what they want to do. They come down high-low, put a guy in front of that basket, and they just go, if you play behind him, they throw it straight to him. If you play in front, they throw it right over the top.
6-4 Arizona. Pettiford at the wing. Top of the circle, Murphy. Back to the top it comes for Pettiford. On a curl, Freeman. Pull up from 15 feet. Didn't get it. Rebound, Krivas for Arizona. Bradley across midcourt. Lobs it underneath for Pete, and he dunks it with 2 hands.
That's about 3 times they've scored in their 8 points. They've got 6 off the transition early offense.
Tigers trail 8-4. Freeman, low post, Hall. Backs his way in, goes up with the left hand, didn't get it. Krivas with the rebound. 8-4, Arizona with the ball and the lead. Bradley to Krivas at the top. Right wing now for Bradley. Drives through the lane to the basket, goes up, he missed it. And the rebound pulled out of there by Overton.
Good
Ahead
defensive
Pettiford.
board. Here we go.
One-on-one to the hole. Jams it with the right hand.
That's a coast-to-coast right there. Great outlet pass to Hod Pettiford. Just sprinted up the floor, and what a sensational right-handed dunk by the left-handed guard.
He was committed to taking that to the rack, wasn't he?
That was absolutely wonderful. That was a game changer right there early in the 16:43 mark. Sent a message to the Wildcats.
At the left wing, Burries drives on Pettiford. Pull up, nope, didn't take it. Gets it to the top now for Pete. Pete drives in the lane, cut off, up from about 15, didn't get it. And the rebound out of there to Pettiford. Here's Auburn the other way. At the right wing, Hall right back to Tahad. Tigers trail 8-6 with the ball. 16-15 in the first half of play. Pettiford, top of the key, right wing. Murphy, head fake at 3. Drives inside, up from about 16, in and out. And the rebound comes to Pete for Arizona. Outlet Bradley up the floor for the Wildcats. Kicks it on the wing for Burries. Back on the wing further for Bradley. Drives into the lane. Kicks it to the corner for Kachenko. Low post for Krivas. Against Murphy, gets around it. Drives, head fake up and in with a foul.
Made a quick spin move, a good inside player. If they can feel you on that block, he felt him on the high side, spun low and laid it in, and we had to foul him.
Chance for a three-point play for Arizona when we come back. Wildcats lead the Tigers by a score of 10-6. On to Victory is proud to be the official events experiences company of the Auburn Tigers. Experience Auburn like never before through On to Victory. See upcoming events and sponsorship opportunities at ontovictory.com. Stay tuned, Auburn basketball continues in a moment. On the court, a perfect assist sets up success. That's what the Ford F-150 truck can do for you. Whether you're up against a deadline or taking some time to unwind, F-150 delivers the power, capability, and reliability you need to make every play. From the worksite to the campsite, it's game on in the Ford F-150. This is Andy Bertram. For great offers on the official truck of the Auburn Tigers, see your local Ford dealer today. Whoa, Regal.
From birth to age 5, your child's brain is growing faster than ever. And guess what? You are your child's first teacher. Talking, singing, playing, and reading every day helps your child learn and thrive. Singing boosts memory. Playing builds problem-solving skills. Reading grows vocabulary. Talking teaches communication. Start strong because these early years matter the most. For tips and tools, visit the Alabama Department of Early Childhood Education at children.alabama.gov. Alabama's children deserve a strong start.
Looking for legendary wings, mouth-watering burgers, and unbeatable pizza for your next big event? Baumhauer's Catering is here to satisfy your cravings. From tailgates, birthdays, to office lunches and weddings, boost your event with delicious flavors of Baumhauer's Catering. We offer pickup or delivery, or choose our full-service catering that includes setup and staff. Don't have space for your big event? We can even host you in our dedicated party space. Baumhauer's Victory Grill Catering. Legendary flavors, zero hassle. War Eagle.
Auburn basketball is brought to you by Chick-fil-A. Eat more chicken and War Eagle with Chick-fil-A.
Welcome back to the McKale Center in Tucson. Auburn trails at Arizona 10-6. Coming out of the timeout break, Mo Krivas with an opportunity for the and one. As he got behind the Auburn defense, he's 2 of 2 from the field. As a team, Arizona 5 of 9 from the field. Auburn only 3 of 10 rebounding early on. Arizona 6, Auburn 5.
Well, our transition defense has got to pick up. All 10 points from Arizona's come inside the paint. 3 times 6 points has come off of transition baskets in early offense. The other 2 came off hard drives, 1 baseline on one side and 1 on the other by Bradley. So the Tigers have got to shore up their defense, be a little bit tougher, put your body on a guy, make him go through you instead of around you. But we got to make sure on the offensive end we shoot the ball. When we get inside, we need to be above the rim. You cannot shoot the ball rim level or below against this basketball team because of their size.
Krivas shoots 74% from the free throw line. Arizona is a team just a tick under 72%. Krivas, 7'2" junior from Lithuania, scored a career-high 20 points in their last game against Norfolk State back on the 29th of November. The foul, by the way, was against Murphy, and Auburn went to its bench to bring in Sebastian Williams-Adams.
Need to make sure we really seal off just in case he happens to miss. We need to make sure we get the defensive rebound.
Filip Jovic also into the lineup. He did miss. Auburn didn't get the rebound. Pete goes up. He missed it. Rebound again, and a tie-up, and a whistle and a foul against Auburn. Wow. Tobey Awaka got the rebound and was tied up by Overton, and they called a foul against Auburn. Should have been jump ball arrow going to the Tigers.
He just muscled his way in. The offensive rebound is what caused all the confusion that time. We've got to put a body on him and hold him out.
Inbound to Awaka at the top. Gets it almost to midcourt for Del Orso. Good three-point shooter, a starter all last year for Arizona. Low post for Krivas. He is underneath, and he stepped out of bounds. Nice job of sealing by Filip Jovic on the low post.
That's a really good job of Jovic coming across the lane, helping his teammate out. Arizona's in a zone press right here, three-quarter court. Got to be careful with the basketball.
Williams across midcourt. Pettiford in the right corner. Hall. Open three ball. Hall knocks it home.
There you go. That's the way to get him out of that press early. Throw it over the top. Hall buried it from the corner.
Trims the lead to one. Awake to the right wing for Karchenko. Tries to drive on Pettiford. Backs his way near the lane. Now kicks it and throws it right to Hall. Here's Auburn the other way. Keyshawn, a chance to take the lead. All the way to the hole. And he banked it in with the left hand.
Intercepted the pass, went coast to coast, went straight to the basket and laid it in. What a play.
11-10, Auburn back on top. Left wing, Karchenko. Picked up there by Sebastian Williams-Adams. Krivas on the right wing. Bradley tied up. Gets the ball to Krivas at the free throw line against Jovic. Backs his way in, will mix it, puts up a shot, he missed it. Phillip with the rebound. Here's Pettiford the other way for the Tigers.
It was a good box out by Jovic that time.
Pettiford weaves his way through traffic, comes outside the right wing. Hall top of the circle. Auburn by one with the ball. Hall back over. Gets it low post for Jovic. Bangs his way in against Krivas. Head fake. Goes up. Didn't get it, but a foul is called.
Really created
on the big guy.
A good one-on-one play by Filip Jovic. Really outsized right there.
Jovic is 6'8". Krivas is 7'2". That didn't seem to matter to Phillip.
Phillip took it strong and went to the basket and was glad to draw that foul.
They got the foul on Karchenko, not Krivas. And Jovic is at the line to shoot two for Auburn. Freshman out of Bosnia-Herzegovina. First free throw is short. Woefully short, I'm afraid.
You can see he's just a little bit nervous. I'd like to see him just relax. The players are talking to him a little bit. This is a hostile environment right here now.
Dwayne Aristote, a 6'8 freshman from the Netherlands, replaces Krivas. And Pete back into the lineup, replacing Karchenko. Auburn by one. Jovic can give Auburn a 2-point lead. Free throw in the air, and it's good.
Guys got the message across. He listened to his teammates, relaxed his shoulders, made a nice shot.
12-10 Auburn, 14-14, first half of play. Pete, top of the circle, Del Orso. Ball tied up there by Jovic. Del Orso continues to dribble with the left hand. Out to the left wing. Top of the circle, whistle, foul away for the ball. This is going to go against, or was it a three? Did they call it 3 second? That's the first time we've seen that all year.
Well, they switched off. They had Pettiford switched, and it was on Hawaka, and he just was muscling, posting him up, and just pitched his tent and camped out in the lane.
12-10 Auburn on top, 13:54 first half of play. Left wing ball deflected out of bounds by Del Orso. Got to watch the passes. Passes have got to be crisp tonight, Randall.
Arizona's defense is high pressure. They want to deny, put a hand in the passing lane, and force you to catch the ball extremely away from that three-point line, as far as close to the midcourt line as they can. They're really heavily pressured.
18 on the shot clock for Auburn. Sebastian Williams-Adams backs up, now gets the ball to Tahan. Long three, right wing, swish!
Big splash from about 32. That was an awesome play by Tahad Pettiford. He thought, if you're going to pressure me that far out, I'll just back up a little further and bury it.
15-10, Auburn on top. Del Orso left wing, free throw line for Pete. Into the right corner, three ball from the corner. It's good for Bradley, who then says something to the Auburn bench as he made that three.
Yeah, the ball screen defense on the other side got us in trouble. We had to help. Created the open. He got to the middle of the paint and found the open guy. Bradley buried the three.
13-13 first half, Auburn by 2. Overton at the top. Sebastian Williams-Adams hands back to Overton. Outside the arc, left wing. Brings it top of the circle near midcourt, gets double teamed. Nearly loses it, and does. Del Orso with the drive to the hole, they dunked it.
That last media timeout, they changed their ball screen defense and went to trapping the ball screen instead of hedging or switching, and the Tigers did not recognize that.
30-second timeout called by Auburn with 12:54 to go in the first half of play. That is Auburn's first turnover of the night. But boy, you can kind of see it coming, couldn't you?
Well, the biggest thing is when you come around that, the coaches will tell them now, when you come off that ball screen and they're going to trap you, what you end up doing is retreating toward midcourt. The thing that you can't do is turn your back to the glass, and in that way you can't see your teammates. So you want to maintain your dribble, drag the two defenders away, and stretch the defense out, and then make the pass over the top of it. That time Kevin got a little bit, turned his back to everybody, and by the time they trapped him, he couldn't pivot around and see the open players.
12:54 in the first, a 30-second timeout called by Auburn. We're tied at 15 in Tucson. The Auburn 5, Sebastian Williams-Adams.
That's a good timeout, just to kind of relax. It's 15-15, the Tigers are in good shape. Looks like they're going to play. They're going to stay in their man-to-man. They're not going to zone out after we made that three-point shot.
Pettiford left wing for Overton, drives top of the circle, nearly double-teamed again, whistle, and he walked.
That time he stepped through. They tried to trap him.
Yep.
He stepped through the trap and drug his foot doing so.
I don't think the head coach thought that he traveled, thought he got pushed.
Yeah, he might have got hacked a little bit because they were looked like there's a few fireflies coming from his arm.
Braden Burries to the top of the circle for Awaka. Right wing Del Orso to Pete. Low post Awaka, double team, put it in.
It's just power basketball right there. They get trapped. They go high-low, and Awaka is just too strong underneath that basket.
7-0 run by Arizona, leads Auburn by 2. Pettiford near midcourt, throws it away. 3 straight turnovers for Auburn. Del Orso drives to the hole. Up and under, and he missed it. Rebound out of bounds to Auburn. Auburn has turned it over the last 3 times down the floor. They've been empty possessions. Auburn doesn't even have a shot in its last 3 times down the floor.
Well, they're taking us completely out of our offense because we can't make an entry pass. We've got to be able to get an entry pass and stay away from that double team.
Pettiford across midcourt, right-hand dribble. Whistle, foul. It's going to go against Sebastian Williams-Adams. Boy.
Tigers are a little frustrated right now. We just need to relax.
Murphy comes in along with Freeman as Jovic and Overton check out for the Tigers. So it's Freeman, Sway, Murphy, Pettiford, and Hall, the Auburn 5.
Tigers will be all right. They just need to defend, stay tough. There's only 2 points down. They're in good shape.
Burries at the top, off the left wing, down to the baseline, into the corner. 3 ball in the air. It's up. It's good.
They can really shoot that ball. Anytime that you get beat on one side, it creates help. That opens up the opposite side, and Arizona's done a good job finding their open players.
10-0 run right now by Arizona. They've opened up a 5-point lead. Sebastian Williams-Adams drives against Pete, goes up for the shot, hit the backboard, rebound in the corner. Freeman to Hall for 3, missed it. And the rebound, that's got to be a foul. Oh, they called it on Sebastian Williams-Adams. Awaka went over his back.
Oh, my goodness.
Goodness gracious. And a timeout on the floor. 11:26 in the first. Arizona 20, Auburn 15. First half tonight presented by Southern Union. Conveniently located just a few miles from Auburn, Southern Union offers classes that easily transfer to the university. Endless opportunities are right up the road. This is the Auburn Sports Network.
Hi, I'm Kylie.
I'm John.
And I'm Garrison. And a little thing we love about the 30-count Chick-fil-A nuggets
Is sharing it in the car during the holidays.
I do love that. We will pack the car with gifts. And of course, we go and pick up our family's favorite nuggets.
Every nugget is tasty times quadrillion.
And we get all the sides.
Yeah, the ooey gooey mac and cheese is a big hit.
Everyone from 1 to 116 would love Chick-fil-A's chicken nuggets.
Share the nuggets, share the joy. Order the 30-count Chick-fil-A nuggets on the Chick-fil-A app. Real guests paid for their testimonials.
From birth to age 5, your child's brain is growing faster than ever. And guess what? You are your child's first teacher. Talking, singing, playing, and reading every day helps your child learn and thrive. Singing boosts memory. Playing builds problem-solving skills. Reading grows vocabulary. Talking teaches communication. Start strong because these early years matter the most. For tips and tools, visit the Alabama Department of Early Childhood Education at children.alabama.gov. Alabama's children deserve a strong start.
Where were you when this happened?
Auburn half minute away from an SEC championship. 7 on the shot clock. Wendell Green with 5. Jabari inside to the basket. Dunks it and gets fouled. A resounding dunk for an SEC championship for Jabari Smith.
Don't miss the next heart-pounding moment on the Auburn Sports Network.
Brad Law back in the Auburn Sports Network studios, checking the Yellowwood scoreboard. A final from Nashville. Illinois holds Tennessee without a field goal for the final 4.5 minutes. Illini pull away from and run away from the Volunteers, 75-62. Also, St. John's staved off Ole Miss, 63-58 in Madison Square Garden. And Arizona State is out to a quick double-digit lead over Oklahoma in Phoenix, 16-4. They've played 6 minutes in that matchup. Right now, Auburn trying to stop a 10-point run for Arizona as we send you back to Tucson. Voice of the Tigers, Andy Burcham and Coach Randall Dickey.
Brad, thank you. In that run, that 10-0 run, which has gone a span of 2 minutes and 5 seconds, Auburn has turned it over 4 times. Arizona is 4 of its last 5. And all totaled, Auburn's gone 221 without scoring. That started with Auburn leading by 5. Boy, then Arizona made it quickly on a 10-0 run, and it's Arizona with a 5-point lead and the basketball coming out of the timeout. And during the timeout, after the second foul on Sebastian Williams-Adams, when it sure appeared to us like Tobey Awaka went all over his back on a rebound, he comes out, does sway, and Philip Jovic is back into the Auburn lineup.
Well, since they've changed their ball screen defense, on any ball screen, they're trapping the ball, and they have so much great size, it's hard to see over the top. So the Tigers must handle that pressure by the Wildcats, must play quick and fast, but not get in a hurry.
20-15, Arizona leads at 11:26 in the first. Freeman, Murphy, Jovic, Pettiford, and Hall, the Auburn 5. Braden Burries across midcourt for the Wildcats. To Del Orso. Drives off the right wing, picked up by Jovic and a switch. Back to midcourt, it's Burries. Burries off to the left wing, picked up by Murphy and a switch. They look to the low post, they get it to Pete. He drives, went up for a dunk. It may have been blocked by Freeman. Awaka got it back and he put it in.
Just a second, another opportunity. The Tigers had their hands on it, just wasn't strong enough to hold on. You've got to be more physical, tougher around that basket, get your mitts on it and hold on to it.
12-0 run right now by Arizona. Jovic drives to the wing, picks up the dribble, needs to get rid of it. Still needs to get rid of it, does to Pettiford at the right wing. Head fake, top of the circle for Murphy. 14 to shoot for Auburn. Trying to snap a 12-0 run. Pettiford from 15, ball was blocked. It goes out of bounds, Auburn gets it, and there was a foul call. Now, for a while I didn't know if the foul had been called. It was, and Pettiford will go to the line to shoot 2 for Auburn. These officials are here from both teams and the crowd tonight.
I'm not for sure they're not the most nervous out of the teams, the people that's on the floor, because this crowd is all over them, and rightfully so, because they're just not getting in position quickly enough, and the game is so fast they're having a hard time staying up with it.
Pettiford knocks home the first free throw. That snaps the 12-0 run. 10:34 in the first. and Tahad string music on both.
Tigers need to just pick up their intensity on defense as well, but defensive rebounding is something the Tigers must sure up. When Arizona misses, we've got to come up with it.
Arizona's outscored Auburn 4-2 on second chance points. Del Orso, left wing, free throw line, Pete. Ball deflected and a whistle and a foul on Jovic. Man. Koa Pete knocked Jovic down. They got Phillip for the foul.
Not only is he giving up a little bit of height, he's giving up a lot of strength and a lot of weight.
Arizona ball out of bounds into the corner. Del Orso curls to the free throw line from 17. He buried it.
He just muscled his way to the elbow against Freeman that time, created space, went up over the top of him and scored.
Approaching the 10-minute mark of the first half, Auburn trails by 7. Pettiford to Freeman. They climb his back, and the foul is called. Del Orso whistled for the foul.
That was good to see right there. The guys are trying to entry-level pass to run a play. Arizona overly aggressive, reaching.
Murphy, Pettiford, left wing. He's out of a double team. Gets it to Jovic. Jovic, low post, wide open. Murphy to the hole, puts it in.
Great execution. The Tigers moved quickly, but they didn't get in a hurry. They moved the basketball faster than the defense could move. Ended up getting a layup.
24-19, Arizona with the lead and the basketball. Del Orso at the top, left wing for Burries. Back to Del Orso, outside the arc, long three, no. Rebound, Pete. Had it, lost it, ball deflected, and here is Pettiford the other way. With a step to the hole, with the left hand, he put it in.
Cannot catch Tahad Pettiford just as fast as anybody in the country. When he gets ahead of steam, he gets that ball out in front of him, he can get to the rim quickly.
Auburn's hit 5 of its last 7 field goals. Tigers trimmed the lead to 3, 24-21. In the left corner, 3 ball in the air by Burries, didn't get it. Rebound Murphy for the Tigers, ball deflected out of his hand, out of bounds. Boy, you've got to completely take possession of these rebounds tonight, Randall.
You've got to recoil in. Once you put your mitts on it, you've got to chin the ball. You've got to pull it to you, get it close to your body where you have more
Just
strength.
like a running back doesn't want to fumble. Bring it into the body.
Yeah, you can't hold it like a loaf of bread out away from your body because
not tonight.
There's some grown men out here on the opposing team tonight.
Yes, there are.
And they can put just a little bit of muscle on you, can move you out of the way, so you've got to pull it close to your body and secure that basketball.
Tahad Pettiford at the left wing for the Tigers, working on Bradley. Crossover, got a screen, stays out of a double team, top of the key. Left wing, head fake, 3 ball. Freeman to tie, didn't get it. Rebound, Auburn underneath, and Jovic is fouled on the baseline.
Phillip was really battled that time and pursued the ball aggressively on the glass, snatched it off the glass, and then just got pushed.
I believe the foul was called against Koa Pete. It would be his first. It was. Auburn ball out of bounds, baseline right, 20 to shoot. Tigers trail by 3 in Tucson, 24-21.
Gives the Tigers a chance for a baseline out of bounds play, which they've been very good about executing.
Freeman tried to dump it down inside the arc to Hall, and it was batted out of bounds by Karchenko. Krivas, the 7-2 center, is in, and Awaka comes out. Krivas was tough for Auburn to contain early on. Auburn out of bounds. Inbound Murphy. Top of the circle, Jovic. Phillip. One-hand dribble, gets the ball to Pettiford. Left wing 3 to tie the ball game. Off the right side of the iron. Rebound goes out of bounds, and it goes to Arizona.
Had a good look that time, just was not in rhythm. Footwork wasn't right quite there, and he just wasn't in rhythm to make that shot. And plus, he has logged a lot of minutes in this first half.
And he will get a rest because Caden Magwood is into the lineup at the point for the Tigers.
Good recognition by the staff, trying to get him a little bit. It's 8:32. You're going to get a media timeout at 8. Give him a 30, 40-second rest right here, and then we can get him right back in.
Freeman also out, and Overton back into the Auburn lineup. Tigers down 3, Arizona ball. 8:21 in the first half of play. Burries, right wing, Karchenkov. Picks up the dribble, top of the circle, Pete. Left wing, it's Bradley. Bradley off the right wing, Karchenkov. To the free throw line, down the lane. Turnaround jumper with the right hand, it's good.
Just muscled his way to the middle of the paint, turned around and used his size right over Magwood that time.
5-point lead for Arizona, 7:56 in the first. Overton, top of the circle. Kevin inside the arc, back out the arc. Missed a three. Rebound Jovic for Auburn. Down the lane. Overton nicely passed. Murphy gets pinned underneath the basket and he walked. He was underneath the basket. He was triple teamed. He had no shot. And we've got a timeout. 7:41 to go in the first. The score. Arizona 26, Auburn 21. Stay tuned, friends. Auburn basketball continues in a moment.
If you are a fighter, Modelo is your reward. So listen close. You put up with a lot, but you always hold it down for your people. You are strong, you are fearless, you are the baddest on the block. You are an elbow grease factory, a force of nature. You are not to be reckoned with. You are a ride or die, a powerhouse of productivity. You are a fighter, and Modelo is your reward. You've earned every last drop of this rich golden lager, so raise it up high. Modelo, the mark of a fighter. Drink responsibly. Beer imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois.
The Whataburger Buffalo Ranch Chicken Strip Sandwich is back, and it's still bigger and better than any chicken sandwich out there. More chicken strips, more Monterey Jack cheese smothered in buffalo and ranch, all on a 5-inch bun. There's so much crispy, cheesy, saucy goodness, you may find yourself speechless when someone asks what's your favorite part. Not because you can't find the words, just because it's hard to talk when your mouth's full with this much deliciousness. The Buffalo Ranch Chicken Strip Sandwich is back for a limited time. What a burger.
Hey, Auburn fans, if you're a nursing mother, wounded veteran, special needs family, or caring for an elderly loved one, Snazzy is here to support you. This season, snag free parking passes for select families at Jordan-Hare Stadium. Plus, Snazzy gives away a VIP package every home game. Nominate someone in these groups at snazzy.org. Everything Snazzy does is thanks to Carrier, the inventors of modern air conditioning. Head to snazzy.org now to learn more and apply. Snazzy, accessibility for all.
Back to Tucson for more Auburn basketball against the Arizona Wildcats.
7:41 to go in the first half. Arizona 26, Auburn 21. Arizona had the first 4 turnovers of the ball game. Since then, Auburn has turned it over 5 times. It has come in clusters tonight for the Tigers, and the points off the turnovers pretty even. Auburn 12, Arizona 11. Second chance points. Arizona 4, Auburn 2. Auburn hasn't done a poor job of keeping Arizona off the offensive glass. They've done a better job of not giving up points, second chance points off those offensive rebounds.
Well, I think the biggest difference is with Arizona's had a spark off the bench. They've got 11 points off the bench. The Tigers only have 1.
Yeah. This is an Arizona team that averages 30 points per game off the bench.
That's true. And they're very good, and they're a very deep team. Got to get a little bit more production. When you have an opportunity to score, the little things in a game like this will make all the difference in the world. When you have an opportunity to dunk it, you better dunk it and get out of there quickly. If you think about it, you're going to get closed on.
Yeah, well, and a good example is the last play that took us to the timeout. Really good feed by Jovic to Murphy, and instead of going straight up, he put the ball on the floor, and by the time he picked the ball up, he was pinned underneath the basket by a triple team, and he walked.
Yep, that's one thing you really want to try to do is try to finish as quickly as you can. Another thing the Tigers have done, rebounding-wise, they fought their way back in pretty good shape, and they battled hard on this, but defensive board play is a crucial part of this game, giving the Arizona Wildcats one shot at it, and then retrieving it off the glass, get into your running game, and go run your offense.
Arizona by 5 with the ball. They get at the right wing for Burries. Tapete at the top.
Tigers have changed defensive right now. They're in a zone. They're in that matchup 2-3.
Right wing 3 ball, Karchenkov. He got it. Well, Arizona adapted to that one pretty quick. 8-point lead.
They sure did. They penetrated, got into the top of the key.
Biggest lead of the ball game for either team right now. Murphy against Krivas. Hands the ball to Hall at the top. Picks up the dribble. Ball deflected away. Karchenkov the other way. Gets it to the low post. Bradley taken away from behind by Magwood. Here's Auburn the other way with numbers. Magwood drives down the lane. High against Krivas. He missed it. Ball is loose and out of bounds to Arizona.
It's just hard to shoot the ball below the rim with a 7'2" guy in front of the rim.
That's right. Arizona by 8, 29-21. 6:53 to go. First half. Well, you need to finish this half strong if you're the Tigers.
Tigers are in good shape right now with 6:47 left. They just need to carve their way back into this cut into that lead.
Bradley turns the corner, gets it inside the arc, right side of the key. To Burries outside the wing, drives baseline, picked up there by Magwood. Up, and with the right hand, he got it.
They're just getting that ball to the middle of the paint.
Yeah.
The biggest thing is they're just muscling their way, but they're doing a good job going from one side of the floor to the other, creating angles for their drives. The Tigers are going to do a little bit better job keeping them out of the paint.
7-0 run right now by Arizona. They lead it by 10. Left corner, Murphy, 3-ball for Auburn. Air ball. Weak side rebound out of bounds. Auburn will keep it with 13 to shoot.
Give us a baseline out of bounds play right here.
Pettiford in, Magwood out at the point for the Tigers. Well, they took the ball a couple of times right at the freshman point guard to the low post, didn't they?
Yeah, he's just a little bit light compared to what Arizona's going at him right now.
Down 10 Auburn ball, 6-10 in the first half. Auburn out of bounds. And out of bounds completely. Jovic tried to feed it to Murphy and just dribble the ball or pass the ball out of bounds. And that is Auburn's 6th turnover of the first half.
Little things like that will help dig. Just continue to dig yourself a hole. You've got to be able to make the simple play. It's not only the passer, it's the receiver as well has got to go meet that pass.
Bradley at the top. They send him through, get the ball to Burries, top of the circle. Hand it down the lane. Underneath, shot is up and it's good from Bradley. 12-point lead for Arizona. They're on a 9-0 run. 33-21. Auburn's missed its last 5 shots. Pettiford way out on the right wing for the Tigers. Launches a long 3, missed it short. And the rebound to Karchenkov. Ahead to Burries. To Bradley. He walked out of bounds and Auburn gets it. Yeah, of course. Of course he was bobbling the ball as he took about 5 steps down the floor.
It was an easy whistle when the ball goes out of bounds.
Sure.
It was a tough whistle when he was walking. But
yeah, no kidding. You're juggling the ball for about 10 feet. Auburn basketball down 12. 5:17 in the first. Pettiford, top of the circle. Bounce pass. Murphy outside the arc. Back to Tahad. Pettiford against Bradley. On a curl. Hall down the lane. Hang, shoots. He didn't get it. Rebound, long one. Comes out. Ball still loose. It comes to Murphy for Auburn. Murphy against Krivas. Bounce pass. Right wing for Pettiford. 14 to shoot for Auburn. Pettiford drives it down the lane. Goes up. Wild shot. He goes down. No foul called. Here's Arizona the other way. Bradley. Whistle. And they got hauled underneath the basket. All right. That's the 6th foul against Auburn.
Yeah, it's been a little bit tough. We got to get through this, get to this 4-minute medium, but we got to tighten up our defense a little bit.
Inbound free throw line for Pete. Pete up and in. Wow, this has happened in a hurry.
Yep, they rolled off 14-point lead very quickly.
4:31, first half.
Tigers have got to be persistent about what they're running offensively and execute.
Pettiford picks up the dribble. Baseball pass almost to midcourt for Hall. 12 to shoot for Auburn. Keyshawn on the wing. Now drives it. Goes up. Left-hand shot, missed it. Rebound Karchenkov. Ahead to Burries to the hole. It's up and in.
Well, it's going to get away from you right here if you don't stop the bleeding right here.
And Auburn's going to have to call a timeout. 4:06 in the first. Arizona has opened up a 16-point lead. Wildcats on a 13-0 run. Find your piece of paradise on the Alabama Gulf Coast with Mindy Jones of Remax Paradise. Visit Mindy at paradise.com. This is the Auburn Sports Network.
WarEagle Plus is the premier subscription experience for Auburn fans. Memberships start at just $14.99 per month. Members receive discounted concessions at all home athletic events, VIP experiences, team store credit, priority entry to select athletic events, monthly giveaways, plus access to the War Eagle Plus content network, featuring brand new video content, including original, never-before-seen, behind-the-scenes access, off-the-field storytelling, special series like Earn the Stripe, Auburn All Access, and The Flight. Heisman-level members or above will also now receive one Tigers Unlimited Foundation priority point for every dollar contributed through their War Eagle Plus subscription. Your favorite athletes, exclusive interviews, archival footage, iconic moments, and so much more. Explore the site and join today. auburntigers.com/War Eagle Plus.
What a matchup we've got, folks. Just nonstop action. The energy is electric and the fans are all in. An intense game like this calls for a Coca-Cola. Ah, crisp and refreshing. That's a game changer. Yeah, that taste scores every time. And just like that, they're back at it. Passionate fans and an ice-cold Coca-Cola. Now that's a winning combo. No matter the team, no matter the sport, everyone knows fan work is thirsty work. Enjoy a Coca-Cola.
Brad Law in the Auburn Sports Network studios. That's where we'll be for Connecticut halftime. 4 minutes and 6 seconds of game action from now. A comprehensive check of scores from around college basketball and college football championship Saturday. We'll update those for you, plus a look around Auburn athletics with comments from new Auburn football coach Alex Golish, plus the pertinent stats from the first half, which right now, field goal percentage. Arizona is getting high percentage shots. Auburn is not. Wildcats are making them. Tigers are not. As a result, we take you back to Tucson, where Auburn trails 37-21. Once again, Andy Burcham and Coach Randall Dickey.
13-0 run right now by Arizona in the last 4 minutes. Auburn is 0 of 9 in that point. Arizona is 6 of 6. Arizona is getting to the rim. Auburn isn't coming that close.
Well, defensively, they're just having their way running their offense, and they do have great size, but the resistance have got to be a little bit better from the Tigers. Be tougher and keep the ball out of the paint, make them throw the ball over the top of you. Early in the game, they did that and created a couple of turnovers, and it gave the Tigers a chance to get in transition. But offensively, we are not executing, driving the ball to the basket, penetrating and pitching. And also, when you go to the rim, you've got to muscle it above. You've got to be able to elevate and get above the rim to finish.
Pettiford, Murphy, Sebastian Williams-Adams, Hall, and Overton, the Auburn 5. Bounce pass, Murphy at the top, left wing, Overton, low post, Hall. Goes up, ball was blocked. And here's Burries the other way. Auburn got the ball to the low post.
Got a good shot.
Yeah.
You got to be able to elevate.
Karchenkov on a drive, out to the top for Bradley. Free throw line, down the lane, fadeaway, 14-foot good.
Well, he is just so tough. He's quick off the bounce. He just knifes his way and snakes his way into the paint. That time he created a shot.
18-point lead for Arizona, 39-21. Pettiford inside the arc, right wing. Top of the circle for Overton. Kevin on the left-hand dribble, spins, ball deflected, gets it on the wing. Wide open three ball by Pettiford, and he knocks it home.
Right there's the way you got to play by Kevin Overton. He was strong with the ball, attacked and got it inside, close to the free throw line, opened up Pettiford from the three.
39-24, 15-point lead for Arizona. Right wing three ball, wide open three ball, good for Bradley.
He's really feeling it.
He is having fun at Auburn's expense right now. Every time he makes a three, he just looks at the Auburn bench as he goes the other way.
Yeah, that's for sure. That probably goes back to the days when he was up north of us, playing against us a little bit there.
42-24, Arizona. Left corner, Murphy. Top of the circle, Sebastian Williams-Adams. Now to Overton at the top of the key. 9 to shoot, puts it on the floor, drives. Fade away, put it up, not close. Rebound Pete for Arizona. They can take the lead to 20 or more this time down the floor. Pete, left wing Burries. Screen. Burries three. Didn't get it. Rebound Kribis. Down the lane Bradley. Kicks it right side. Karchenkov goes baseline. Up and under. Didn't get it. Rebound tapped up and in by Kribis, and it's a 20-point lead.
They just keep pursuing the ball on the offensive glass. They can move it around us. and we're not holding our blockouts.
2 minutes to go. Arizona 44, Auburn 24. Pettiford puts it on the floor, floating Yogi, and it goes in.
Nice floating Yogi off the ball screen. He had the angle and went up over and challenged the 7'2" guy, which went right up over the top of his hands.
14 points for Pettiford. The next closest scorer is Keyshawn Hall with 5.
And we need to get some other help. The Tigers change their defense. They try to go to zone.
Karchenkov inside the arc for Pete in the key. Lobs it to Krivas behind the defense. Put it up, he didn't get it. Auburn
Very
the other
good.
way.
Make them throw the ball over the top. They haven't executed that play very well.
Hall to the corner, 3 ball in the air, no good. Rebound Keyshawn. Hall again, lost it. And a whistle and a foul against Arizona. It's going to go against Bradley. I don't think it was on the shot as Elijah Freeman comes in replacing Sebastian Williams-Adams. Good idea. Sway has 2 fouls.
Yeah, it's a good time. Minute 18, take him out, save that, because we're going to need him in the second half.
44-26 Arizona. Tiger ball out of bounds, baseline left. Elijah will trigger.
Tigers have been good on baseline out of bounds all year long. We continue to execute.
Freeman still looking for an inbound. Lobs it mid lane for Murphy. Back to Freeman on the give and go. He goes up and dunks it.
Beautiful play, high-low there. They didn't cover the inbounds, and Elijah Freeman stepped in and just dunked that thing back in.
44-28 Arizona. 1:05 to go in the first half. Del Orso at the point. Off the left wing for Aristo to Del Orso. Looks underneath, gets the ball to Pete. Free throw line underneath. Awaka, and he turned it over on the low post.
They continue to struggle with that high-low when they have to throw over the Tigers' defense.
And that's a good part of their offense, too.
It sure is, but they're not throwing it directly to the guy. They have to throw over the top of the Tigers' defenders, and they're not finishing that play, and it's giving the Tigers a little breath of fresh air here.
Pettiford, top of the circle, gets a screen. Goes left wing, picked up there. Drives against Aristo. Fade away from 17. Buries it.
Beautiful
Wow.
little step back. Just lured the big guy. He said, if you're going to guard me, follow me this way, and he just stepped away from him and shot it right in his face.
Pete to Del Orso. Auburn within 14. Del Orso, right wing for Bradley. Drives, gets cut off by Freeman, right side of the lane. Now to Del Orso on the wing. Top of the circle for Bradley. Spins, loses it. Out of bounds to Arizona. Ball was deflected on the low post by Auburn.
25 seconds here. Need to win this, try to win this possession if we can.
And 14 on the shot clock. And Tommy Lloyd for Arizona calls a timeout to set up what could be the final shot for Arizona in the first half. A 6-0 run by Auburn in the last minute and a half. Auburn has trailed by as many as 20, but right now within 14. Be nice to take some momentum in the locker room at the half.
Well, thanks to Kevin Overton and Tahad Pettiford, the last few minutes have really been tough. The dunk by Elijah Freeman was good to see.
Brad Law coming up with Kanaka halftime. Give you all the action on a very busy day in Southeastern Conference basketball and the SEC championship game in Atlanta. Lots of championship games today.
Yeah, across the country. It was championship Saturday.
14 on the shot clock for Arizona. 25.1 seconds in the first half. They'll inbound baseline left. Bradley will trigger. Lobs it to Pete. Knocked away by Overton. He drives to the other end of the floor. To the left-hand layup. He didn't get it. Rebound tap in by Murphy.
Really good defense by Kevin Overton. He happened to miss the layup, but there Murphy was. Offensive rebound, stick back, nice tip in.
Back to a 12-point ball game. Final 8 seconds of the first half. Don't give him an easy one, friends.
Make him get over the top of you.
Bradley, 18-footer in the air. Air ball, rebound. Murphy, first half comes to a close.
Really good.
An 8-0 run by Auburn to end the first half, and it is Auburn that takes momentum into the locker room at the half. Randall?
They did an outstanding job. That last couple of minutes to Tahad Pettiford, Elijah Freeman, Kevin Overton really was persistent, but changing the defense is going to zone, making Arizona having to throw over the top instead of directly keeping the ball out of the paint. The last couple of minutes gave the Tigers a chance to carve into this lead.
At the half, Arizona 44, Auburn 32. Tigers ended the first half on an 8-0 run. Time now for Kanaka halftime, and here is Brad Law.
All right, Andy, thank you very much. Encouraging sight from the Tigers as they would not go quietly. Take some momentum into halftime. We'll give you the stats coming up in a little bit, but we start Conecuh halftime with a check of scores from around the SEC and the top 25. It's a Yellowwood scoreboard. It is a 20-point game a couple of hours away in Phoenix. The Jerry Coangelo Classic. Arizona State is putting the boots to Oklahoma late in the first half. Sun Devils on top of the Sooners, 42-22. Mo Odom was the MVP of the Maui Invitational, despite Arizona State losing in that event. In the championship game, Odom averaged 26 points a game there. He's kind of picking right up where he left off. He's got double figures already with 10. Arizona State leads Oklahoma 42-22 late first half in Phoenix. Everything else in the SEC is final. 13th ranked Tennessee fell to number 14 Illinois, 75-62 in Nashville. Illinois held Tennessee without a field goal for the final 4.5 minutes of that game. That was despite Tennessee holding a decided advantage on the glass. Vols out-rebounded the Illini by 15, but it was even in the second half, and just too much Illini down the stretch. They pull away over the final 5 minutes for a 13-point win. Tennessee falls for the third time this year. Illinois is 7-2. Ole Miss drops its fourth game of the year. St. John's in Madison Square Garden outlasts the Rebels 63-58. Defensive struggle at MSG. Both teams shooting under 37% from the floor. The big difference really was at the free throw line. St. John's was +9. They had 25 made free throws. Ole Miss had 16 in a 5-point game. St. John's getting to the line more was the difference. Number 25, Arizona, cruise past, 25th ranked Arkansas, cruise past Fresno State, 82-58. And South Carolina took care of business against Stetson, 82-51. Top 25 scores outside the SEC. It was 8th ranked Houston. No trouble with Florida State, 82-67. Top-ranked Purdue went down at home in big fashion. 10th-ranked Iowa State moves to 9-0. Cyclones absolutely drubbed the Boilermakers, 81-58 on their own home floor. 3rd-ranked Michigan beat up on Rutgers, 101-60 in Michigan's Big Ten opener. Scarlet Knights fall to 0-2 in conference play. It was 4th-ranked Duke getting to 10-0 on the year, beating 7th-ranked Michigan State at the Breslin Center, 66-60 in East Lansing. Another ranked-on-ranked matchup in Louisville. 6th-ranked Cardinals outlasted number 22 Indiana, 87-78. And Washington was down 18 at the half before roaring back to beat number 24 USC on the Trojans' home floor, 84-76. Both of those teams now 1-1 in Big Ten play. Conference championship action in the Big Ten. 2nd-ranked Indiana leads number 1 Ohio State 13-10. 5 minutes to go. Ohio State with the ball and driving in Indiana territory. ACC championship game in Charlotte. It's Duke leading number 17 Virginia 17-10. If the Blue Devils win this game, it could mean both Tulane and James Madison in the college football playoff. 4th-ranked Texas Tech beat up on 11th-ranked BYU in the Big 12 title game earlier today, 34-7. And 2nd-ranked Georgia, 3rd-ranked Georgia annihilated number 9 Alabama 28-7 in the SEC championship game. That's a check of the Yellowwood scoreboard in Tucson. Your Tigers trail by 12. It's Arizona 44, Auburn 32. Before we go any further, let's pause 10 seconds for station identification on the Auburn Sports Network. Tigers down 12. We'll take a look around Auburn athletics when we come back on Conecuh Halftime. This is the Auburn Sports Network.
Alabama Power is here for you when big storms hit, but we're also here for the little things. We're there to get the coffee started, to make sure everyone's ready for school, for midday dance breaks, and evening entertainment. We're also there to help you save on all that energy with easy-to-use tips, tools, and efficiency programs. So enjoy these moments.
Kids, movie night.
And we'll do the rest. Visit alabamapower.com and follow us on social to learn more.
Here's a clip from a recent Talking Tigers podcast with Andy Burcham.
Auburn assistant men's basketball coach Mike Burgermaster.
I'm so grateful to be able to do what I do on a daily basis. I mean, to have sat on a bench at 2 Final Fours, I can't believe all that we've accomplished here. I look forward to seeing what we'll continue to accomplish, but even stuff as simple as like having run a practice, when other people have been out on the road, or it's still so surreal to me. And I'm so grateful that Auburn is a place where I've been able to grow up and mature and, keep contributing to the level that I'm able to do a job that I love every single day.
New episodes of the Talking Tigers podcast are released Mondays wherever you listen to podcasts. Subscribe to the Talking Tigers podcast exclusively from the Auburn Sports Network.
Since 1992, Alicomp has been putting points on the board by providing championship-level workers' compensation insurance to Alabama-based businesses of all types and sizes. Alicomp has the right people in the right positions to produce the results to save you money and pays you a dividend. Your team is your most valuable asset, so make sure that they are protected. Ask your agent for an Alicomp quote today. Get the coverage you can count on with Alicomp. Don't just insure, be sure. It's the Alicomp way.
Brad Law back in the Auburn Sports Network studios. Thanks for listening to Conecuh Halftime. Auburn trails Arizona 44-32. Tigers went on an 8-0 run over the final 2 minutes of the first half in order to close a 20-point deficit down to just a dozen, so a little bit of momentum. Stats coming up in the next segment. Right now, a look around Auburn athletics presented by Auburn Bank, champions of you. No athletic events going on this week. Final exams taking place across campus. We'll shift a little focus to football. Alex Golesh begins his second week as Auburn's head coach tomorrow. He'll hold a press conference Monday, which you can watch on War Eagle Plus. At his introductory presser last Monday, Golesh talked about what's necessary to win close games.
I think the biggest thing when you talk about closing out games, finishing, is a mindset. You train year-round in our sport for 12 guaranteed opportunities, and you fight your tail off for 13 and 14 and 15, and gosh darn it, 16. The mindset that has to be built, the level of accountability that trains discipline within a program is what prepares you for the fourth quarter. You have to train it. We're going to train the fourth quarter part of what you do starting the very first second that we start in January with our guys. And it starts with winter workouts into spring, certainly into summer, and what that looks like in terms of training discipline day in, day out. And then fall camp is the final piece of that. But you train discipline daily to be able to go finish in the fourth quarter. That piece of it is simply who wants it more. There's obviously a scheme part of it. There's certain things and margins that you've got to be able to go win. Finishing in the fourth quarter is a mindset. This game is still a one-on-one game. You got to want it more than the other guy, and you got to train it. And we've got to train it better than anybody in the country.
More from Alex Golesh available on War Eagle Plus, including the first interview that Andy Burcham conducted with Coach Golesh last week. That's your Auburn Athletics Report presented by Auburn Bank. Tigers trail second-ranked Arizona by 12 at the half. It's 44-32. Stats are coming up next when Conecuh Halftime continues in a moment.
Conecuh sausage is a fan favorite for tailgating, always great on the grill, and it's the official sausage dog and hot dog of the Auburn Tigers. Conecuh sausage is made from the finest cuts of pork, their patented blend of seasonings, and smoked over a pure hickory fire for that true Southern flavor. Be sure to visit the Conecuh Gift Shop in Evergreen, Alabama, right off I-65 at exit 96. Enjoy a crowd-pleasing Conecuh sausage dog while watching the Tigers and make Conecuh part of your game day. Conecuh sausage since 1947, a real winner.
Ants in the kitchen, termites under the floor, mosquitoes in the backyard. It's a full court infestation. Don't let them score. Call Cook's Pest Control. Nobody beats Cook's when it comes to superior protection against unwanted pests. Cook's knowledgeable and courteous technicians are expertly trained to get the job done right, guaranteed. With Cook's on your team, your home's defense is unstoppable.
Looky, 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 here comes Cookie Cooks.
Pest Control. What a matchup we've got, folks. Just nonstop action. The energy is electric and the fans are all in. An intense game like this calls for a Coca-Cola. Crisp and refreshing. That's a game changer. Yeah, that taste scores every time. And just like that, they're back at it. Passionate fans and an ice-cold Coca-Cola. Now that's a winning combo. No matter the team, no matter the sport, everyone knows fan work is thirsty work. Enjoy a Coca-Cola.
Since 1992, Alicomp has been putting points on the board by providing championship-level workers' compensation insurance to Alabama-based businesses of all types and sizes. Alicomp has the right people in the right positions to produce the results to save you money and pays you a dividend. Your team is your most valuable asset, so make sure that they are protected. Ask your agent for an Alicomp quote today. Get the coverage you can count on with Alicomp. Don't just insure, be sure. It's the Alicomp way. Bradley to Kribas at the top. Right wing now for Bradley. Drives through the lane to the basket. Goes up. He missed it. And the rebound pulled out of there by Overton.
Good defensive board. Here we go.
One-on-one to the hole. Jams it with the right hand.
That's a coast-to-coast right there. Great outlet pass to Hod Pettiford. Just sprinted up the floor. And what a sensational right-handed dunk by the left-handed guard.
Sure was to Hod Pettiford with some early fireworks. He has literally half of Auburn's points at the half. It is Conecuh halftime. Tigers trail Arizona 44-32, and your halftime stats are presented by SeatGeek. Auburn basketball fans, SeatGeek makes it easy to find tickets so you can be a part of all the courtside action this season. Whether you're buying or selling basketball tickets, SeatGeek is the official ticket marketplace of Auburn basketball. Let's go Tigers, SeatGeek. Arizona shot 59% from the floor, 20 of 34. Auburn, 13 of 35. Tigers got one more look at the basket, but made 7 fewer shots. Auburn shot 37%. 11 three-point tries for the Tigers. They connected on 3. Cats converted 4 of 8 three-point tries. Auburn 3 of 4 at the free throw line. Arizona missed its only free throw attempt, so not a lot of fouls in the first half all around. In fact, only 11 total fouls called in that first half. Individually, Jaden Bradley had 12. Arizona really spread it out. All 8 players scored, and 7 of the 8 made 2 or more field goals. 7 of the 8 players for Arizona that scored made 2 or more field goals, so multiple buckets. They're spreading it around. Todd Pettiford led all scorers in the first half. He had 16 points on 6 of 11 shooting. Auburn's leading rebounder was Keyshawn Murphy. He had 6 points and 6 boards. It adds up to a 12-point deficit. Tigers try to keep the momentum that they took into the locker room into the second half of play. 44-32 is your score. The second half is next. This is the Auburn Sports Network.
1907. Auburn had no paved roads, no local newspaper, a few automobiles, very little electricity or indoor plumbing, and one bank. Auburn Bank. For all these years, we've had a part in shaping and serving Auburn, Opelika, and East Alabama, a steadfast partner to our customers, meeting financial needs at just the right times. How do we know our community so well? Because we've grown up together. Auburn Bank, champions of you. Member FDIC, online at auburnbank.com.
Hey, this is DeMarcus Riddick, looking for a street legal golf cart. Diamond Golf Carts has the largest selections in the state, and the store is right off the Opelika Road, closer than you think, with the location in Auburn, Birmingham, and Huntsville. Raising the bar since 2012, golf cart sales and service. Need a tune-up? Diamond Golf Carts is full service for all your golf carts need, and they offer pickup and delivery. Carrying brands such as Easy Go, Club Car, Yamaha, and much more. Visit DiamondGolfCart.com and drive different, drive Diamond.
From the thrill of the game to your own peaceful retreat, all in one game day. The Residences at Arbor Lake in the heart of Auburn combines comfort, connection, and calm. A short drive from the stadium and AU campus, the Residences at Arbor Lake is a 35-acre escape with stock fishing lake and private balcony for each unit in the 55-plus apartment community, locally owned and operated. Discover your quiet place. The Residences at Arbor Lake. War Eagle.
Summer's here and the open road is calling. RV Roadway answers the call with new and used RVs from the top brands you trust, all ready for your next adventure. With 2 Alabama locations in Opelika and Calera, RV Roadway is ready to help you hit the road in style. And if you need maintenance, their expert service center keeps you rolling smoothly all summer long. Start your journey at RVRoadway.com. RV Roadway, where we sell RVs for less.
Auburn ended the first half on an 8-0 run. The Tigers get the ball to start the second half. At the break, Arizona leads Auburn 44-32. We welcome you back to the McKale Center and Lute Olson Court in Tucson. Packed house here, 14,688. Great atmosphere for basketball.
And they're all on their feet.
Yes, they are.
And they are loud. The Tigers got to come out here this first 5 minutes with some intensity, some determination, and persistence both on the offensive end and on the defensive end.
As Pettiford drove to the right wing, tried to hand off to Elijah Freeman, but Pete stepped in front, knocked the ball out of bounds. Auburn will have 20 on the shot clock and 3/4 of the court to go. Pettiford across midcourt, now hands the ball to Freeman, lobs it top of the key for Hall. Looked for a backdoor, it wasn't there. Now to Murphy, top of the key. Keyshawn to Pettiford, right wing, 7 to shoot for Pettiford. Now Overton, open 3 ball, short. Rebound comes to Krivas for Arizona. Bradley across midcourt, off the right wing.
We got a good look that time, it just did not go down.
Burries on a drive to the hole, kicks it in the corner, and a foul called, I think, against Keyshawn Hall. It'll be the second foul in Keyshawn.
He just kind of opened up the gate that time and let him drive deep into the basket, and once he got close to the basket, fouled him on the pass.
Out of bounds, baseline right, Arizona. The inbound, Burries, baseline right. Near the corner, brings it to the wing, up from about 17, he missed it. Weak side rebound comes to Freeman. Here's Auburn the other way, trailing by 12. Lobs it, low post for Murphy against Burries. And a whistle, and Burries blocked it. Boy, Murphy got fouled twice, first by Burries, then when Murphy went up for the shot, Pete knocked into the floor.
Yeah, they come across on the help side that time. They were determined not to let him get to the basket, but that was a really good move by Keyshawn that time. Spin, went baseline, execute this baseline out of bounds.
In the corner, it's Hall. Keyshawn, 20 to shoot. Backs his man into the lane, that's Pete. Bumps him twice, goes up, and didn't get it. It rolled off the rim, and Krivas got the rebound. Up the floor, Bradley to Burries at the left wing. Top of the circle for Krivas. To the corner, Karchenkov. Drives to the baseline. Goes up, and he scores.
Just kind of using their strength, going one-on-one there, going baseline, just getting up over the top of the Tigers. We've got to keep them off the bounce, away from that basket the best we can.
Freeman inside the arc, right wing, top of the circle, Murphy. Left wing for Kevin Overton. Now to the low post, Hall, behind Karchenkov, kicks it to the corner. 3 ball over by Freeman, he didn't get it. And the rebound comes to Burries.
Got to be careful right here.
Yeah.
We're hanging on by a thread right here, but we've got to make some shots.
Free throw line, Krivas. Bumps his way down the lane against Murphy and scores. 4-0 run by Arizona.
Got to execute a little bit here offensively. Just got set stronger and screens and hold our screens.
Pettiford, ball knocked away. He retrieves it. 15 to shoot. Drives to the hole, goes off the glass, didn't get it. Rebound, Karchenkov. To Bradley up the floor. He walked, got away with it. Drives to the hole, goes up and gets fouled by Overton. .46 to go in the second half. 48-32. Arizona with the lead and the free throws coming up.
It's frustrating for the Tigers, having a hard time. They've given up so much weight, so much height. Just get Arizona on offensively, just kind of getting where they want to go.
Bradley 79% from the free throw line, gets a couple. First is good.
The Tigers need to box out here, seal off in case he misses to come up with a defensive rebound.
Second free throw could take the lead to 16 for Bradley and Arizona. And it's good.
Get a good offensive look right here.
6-0 run to open the second half by Arizona. Pettiford's yet to shoot the second half. top of the circle, head fake, drives on Krivas, goes up, he didn't get it. Rebound Krivas, outlet to Bradley. Up the floor for Arizona. Bounces it underneath, and Burries puts it in with a foul on Overton. And they are just beating Auburn at the rim right now.
They sure are. That time they were just, we shot the ball right at the basket. Their speed game, transition offense, they were persistent to get the ball to the rim and did, and we ended up fouling them, and they got a chance for a three-point play here.
Burries a 68% free throw shooter at McDonald's All-American out of San Bernardino, California, out of Eleanor Roosevelt High School, number 11 overall recruit in the country. And the free throw is good. 9-0 run to start the second half by Arizona. They're back up by 21 points, 53-32. Left wing, Kevin Overton. Drives on Burries to the free throw line. Down the left side of the lane to the hole. Put it up, and is that going to be a goaltend or is it a foul?
I don't know. I thought he might call that basket good. I don't know.
I think it's going to be a foul, and Kevin will go to the line to shoot 2. I don't think they're going to count the attempted basket, however.
That was the determination and the persistence I was talking about. Coming into this second half, Kevin Overton put his head down, put the ball on the deck with authority, and got to the basket and drew the foul.
First free throw is good for Kevington, coming off of a 29-point game in that win against NC State. That's just his 3rd point of the night. Foul, by the way, was against Burries. It's his 3rd. He'll come out. And Anthony Del Orso, the senior out of Melbourne, Australia, is back in. He scored 4 points off the bench. Free throw is in the air by Overton. He knocked home both.
Big baskets for the Tigers right there, and then they shore up their defense. It gives them an opportunity to set their defense. We're going to change and go to a zone. Looks like it's the 1-3-1 matchup.
Pete to Karchenkov, top of the circle.
It's going to kind of flow into a 2-3 matchup.
Bradley to Karchenkov, underneath, and Pete dunks it home on the weak side. 16:57 to go in the second half. 55-34, Arizona with the lead. To Hot Pettiford, left wing, Freeman. Low post for Hall, batted out. Here's Bradley the other way for Arizona. Lobs it ahead for Pete to the hole. They got it.
They're just stealing the ball. Took one dribble, one pass, and laid it in the basket.
Freeman the other way for Auburn. Loses it. Arizona the other way. Del Orso to Bradley. Krivas went flying out of bounds. He now joins everybody else at the other end of the floor. 57-34. Arizona with the lead. Left wing. Del Orso, right wing, Karchenkov for 3. Good.
Boy, he's on fire right now. That's 2 pay. He made a great pass to Burris underneath the basket. And that time he pulled up for a 3-point.
16-2 run to start the second half for Arizona. Pettiford gets a screen and a whistle and an offensive foul against Auburn. Timeout, 15:54 to go. Arizona 60, Auburn 34. Your team is your most valuable asset, so ensure that they're protected with the best workers' compensation insurance available. Ask your agent for an Alicom quote today. Auburn basketball continues in a moment.
Hey, Mom, sorry for the late message. It's been absolutely crazy here. And this morning, I went for a run on Kailua Beach and saw the most insane sunrise. I sent some photos. And then this afternoon, we worked on another Black Hawk. My new unit is amazing. I'm learning a ton. And guess what? You called it. I'm going surfing on Sunday. And we're going to... All right. Yeah, cool. Be right there. I gotta go. I'll see you next week. I love you.
Learn how you can be all you can be at GoArmy.com.
Guys, thanks for helping me carry my Christmas tree.
Zoe, this thing weighs a ton.
Drewski, lift with your legs, man.
Santa! Did you get my letter?
He's talking to you, Bridges.
I'm not that.
Of course he did. Right, Santa?
You know, my elf Drewski here, he handles the nice list.
An elf? I'm 6'3". What everyone wants is iPhone 17. And at T-Mobile, you can get it on them. That center stage front camera is amazing for group selfies. Right, Mrs. Claus?
I'm Mrs. Claus's much younger sister. And at T-Mobile, there's no trade-in needed when you switch. So you can keep your old phone.
Or give it as a gift.
And the best part, you can make the switch to T-Mobile from your phone in just 15 minutes.
Guys, my side of the tree is slipping.
Timber!
The holidays are better at T-Mobile. Switch in just 15 minutes and get iPhone 17 on us with no trade-in needed.
With 24 monthly bill credits for well-qualified customers plus tax and $35 device connection charge. Credits end and balance due if you pay off earlier or cancel. Finance agreement 256 gigs, $830. Eligible port in a new line. $100 plus a month plan with autopay plus taxes and fees required. Check out in 15 minutes or less per line. Visit T-Mobile.com.
Auburn basketball is brought to you by Alabama Power. When you cheer, we cheer. Alabama Power is a proud supporter of the Auburn Tigers.
Along with Randall Dickey, I'm Andy Burcham from the McKale Center in Tucson, Arizona, where Auburn trails by 26 points, 60-34. Since Auburn went into the locker room with an 8-0 run, had cut the lead to 12 at the half, but Arizona has opened the second half on a 16-2 run in the first 4 minutes and 6 seconds. Auburn has turned the ball over three times in the last minute and 23. Arizona on a 7-0 run right now and has hit its last 6 field goals.
Well, the Tigers just going to have to, they came out a little bit flat. That first 5 minutes is so important when you're on the road to reestablish your game. The Tigers allowed the Wildcats, 16-2 run on that. And then it was just a tough outing when we are not our resistance defensively, rebounding the basketball, and then offensively, and just got to be tougher and just play harder.
Points in the paint. Arizona 36, Auburn 16.
Well, they're not having to shoot many threes.
No.
Only time they shoot threes is when we've got three guys that our defense completely collapses, and then their size allows them to pitch it out.
They are
3-point shot.
They are 5 of 9 from 3, however.
Yep. No, they're a very, very good team.
Yeah.
But the Tigers are too. We just are in a hostile environment. Just got to kind of carve our way back in.
Bradley across midcourt. Arizona hands the ball to Del Orso. Off the right wing, Jovic into the lineup along with Sebastian Williams-Adams. They get the ball to Del Orso, top of the key, head fake at 3. Low post for Krivas. In the lane, 9 to shoot. Now to Karchenkov, off the left wing, 5 to shoot, down the lane, gets tied up, walked, shoots, and misses. And the rebound out of there to Filip Jovic for Auburn.
Really good defensive series that time out of the timeout for the Tigers.
Off the left side into the corner, Hall. Keyshawn bangs his way into the lane, kicks it back to the wing, 3 ball. It's up, and it is missed by Auburn off the left wing.
Made a good decision that time, had a wide open look, it just didn't go down.
Bradley puts it on the floor, drives to the hole, hangs, shoots, and scores. 62-34. 14:50 to go in the second half. It is all Arizona, I'm afraid, right now, friends. Pettiford drives to Sebastian Williams-Adams. Overton, right wing 3. Missed it long. Whistle away from the ball. Krivas, I think, got called. Yep, they got Krivas for his first foul of the night.
Gives the Tigers an opportunity for a baseline out of bounds here.
Arizona on a 9-0 run. Inbound by Hall, batted right back in his face by Krivas. Turnovers right now, 10 for Auburn, 8 for Arizona. Inbound, Sebastian Williams-Adams. Taken away, comes back to Sebastian. And a whistle and a foul called against Arizona. Auburn fortunate there. The foul goes against Bradley. It's his second.
They're just making it tough on the Tigers or on the baseline out of bounds, on floating the basketball on the pass. It gives Arizona a chance to recover when they get hit on a screen.
Auburn will trigger baseline left. Auburn will flatten it along the baseline. Sway lobs it to Hall at the left wing. Keyshawn, crossover dribble. Down the left side of the lane, to the basket, goes up, and he scores.
Big basket right there. He's bustled his way in, used his body, and put that ball in the basket. The defense right here, let's...
Pete to the wing, Karchenkov to the basket. Shot is up, and it is good by Del Orso down the lane.
That's one thing that the Arizona Wildcats are really good at. They're really good at passing the basketball
64-36. Pettiford, base or off the left side, puts it up and in. Just off the left side of the key.
Tigers go back to their zone.
Bradley, bounce pass to Pete. Down the wing, Karchenkov, low post Krivas, free throw line, Pete. Good from 15 feet. Friends, they're not missing.
The Tigers are just about ankle deep in the floor. We're not moving very quickly on defensive end. Recovering when we get picked or screened and retrieving and getting back to our guy.
Straightaway three by Pettiford. He knocks it home. Tahad is almost all of Auburn's offense in this one tonight, friends.
He's just been persistent. He's just giving it all he's got.
66-41 in the corner. Del Orso 3. Good.
Our closeouts are just a step slow, and they're just shooting it right over the top of us.
Pettiford has 21. No one else has more than 7. Pettiford is screened from Sebastian. Off the right wing. Long three right wing. Good, and a foul on the play.
Got a chance for a 4-point play. That young man's hard to guard. He's feeling it a little bit. If we could get a few guys else to go with him, it'd be a lot better off.
Hall will come out for Auburn. Freeman back in for the Tigers. Mass substitutions for Arizona. Awaka is in, so is Aristode. And Tahad Pettiford a chance for a 4-point play. His career high, 27 against St. John's. $69-41, Arizona, 12-41 in the second.
Big
and the
4-point
play is
right
good
there
for Tahad Pettiford.
Tigers are going to extend their defense this time and try to press a little bit, make it hard for the get it in. They just they're so big, they just threw out over the top of us.
Burry's back into the lineup as well, running the point. Hands the ball to Del Orso. Crossover dribble against Jovic inside the arc. Back door. Aristode goes up. Ball was blocked. And a foul called against Auburn. It's going to go against Pettiford. First foul against Tahad. 12:24 to go in the second half. And Dwayne Aristode, a freshman out of the Netherlands, is at the line for 2. First free throw is good. 70-45. Arizona with the lead. Wildcats have led by as many as 28 here in the second half. Second free throw. Good as well.
Another international freshman that the Wildcats have got on their team. Comes off the bench.
Good three-point shooter. Auburn ball. Trailing 71-45. Jovic against Awaka. Fouled as Awaka tried to block him along the baseline. It's just the first foul on Tobey Awaka. 12-12 in the second half.
It's a good quick move by Phillip that time.
Yeah.
Spun, put it on the deck.
Baseline right, Auburn will trick it. Freeman. Still looking. Lobs it. Jovic. One dribble. Gets the ball to the wing for Overton. To the baseline. Overton through the lane, and he was blocked. Foul against Awaka. It's his second. That puts Auburn at the free throw line at the 12:06 mark of the second half. That's the 7th foul. Auburn shooting 1-and-1.
Smart play by the Tigers. Get to the free throw line for the rest of the half. That could be a big factor in carving your way back in to this large deficit.
One in bonus for Kevin Overton. Yeah, and he got the free throw to fall.
Anytime that you're behind, the best way to catch up is to score the ball without the clock moving, get to the free throw line, continue to tighten up our defense, get a few run outs. Anything can happen in a basketball game with 12 minutes to go.
Overton knocks home both. 71-47. Arizona with the lead. Auburn presses. Burry's ahead. They get it across midcourt. Aristode drives into the lane, goes up, and scores with a foul.
did a really good job on the front end of the press. On the back end, they just used their size, went right over the top of us.
Timeout on the floor, 11:56 in the second. Arizona 73, Auburn 47. This is the Auburn Sports Network.
Welcome back to the Ford F-150 Truck Highlight Show. We saw an outstanding performance, Andy.
It wasn't just a performance, Gabe. F-150 sent a message.
I mean, come on. Towing, payload, technology. It's one highlight after another.
Gabe, it's always game on with a Ford F-150. For the latest offers on the official truck of the Auburn Tigers, see your local Ford dealer today. Whoa, Regal.
If you are a fighter, Modelo is your reward. So listen close. You put up with a lot, but you always hold it down for your people. You are strong, you are fearless, you are the baddest on the block. You are an elbow grease factory, a force of nature. You are not to be reckoned with. You are a ride or die, a powerhouse of productivity. You are a fighter, and Modelo is your reward. You've earned every last drop of this rich golden lager, so raise it up high. Modelo, the mark of a fighter. Drink responsibly. Beer imported by Crown Imports, Chicago, Illinois.
Live Sports Radio, bringing you inside Neville Arena for all the action of men's and women's basketball game day with no delay. Every dunk, block shot, and steal, plus all the analysis from our Hall of Fame coaches, all with no delay. $25 new or $10 to reprogram the one you already have. Also, use it for every broadcast of home baseball and softball games this spring, all with no delay. With Live Sports Radio, presented by Alpha Insurance.
Brad Law with the Yellowwood scoreboard from the Auburn Sports Network studios. One conference football championship game is still in progress. Duke leads 17th-ranked Virginia in the ACC championship in Charlotte, 20-13. About a minute 8 to go, as a matter of fact. Cavaliers have the ball. They're 85 yards away from a tying touchdown, so all or nothing here for Virginia. Indiana wins the Big Ten championship, its first Big Ten title since 1945. 13-10, the Hoosiers knock off top-ranked Ohio State. Let's get you back to basketball in Tucson. Voice of the Tigers, Andy Burcham and Coach Randall Dickey.
73-47, Arizona with the lead. And a big portion of this game is what is happening in the paint. Arizona has outscored Auburn 42-18 in the paint, and they have outscored Auburn off the bench 20-1.
Yeah, they get production all areas. All of their guys that's on our stat sheet have scored and got rebounds, and they're scoring, and they're a very good team. They score early in their offense. They try to race the ball down, score initially. If they don't have that, if it's a dead ball throw-in, they'll come down. They execute it. They look to go high-low. If you collapse inside, they're so tall, they pitch it out for an open three. But most of the time, they're getting the ball inside that paint and scoring, as you said, 42 points in the paint.
Aristote at the line coming out of the timeout, the and one. After the second foul on Tahad Pettiford, and Aristote makes the free throw. 74-47. Underneath, Freeman. Fouled from behind by Aristote. And Freeman's going to go to the line for a one and bonus.
Seems like the Tigers just get a couple of positives right here, take a step forward instead of taking 2 steps back. We need to carve in, take 0 steps back, offer a little resistance here, and try to get in transition, get to the free throw line and shoot free throws and slow the game down just a little bit.
Freeman knocks home the first. Elijah with 3 points on the night. 11:52 to go in the second half. 74-48. Second free throw from Elijah Freeman. He missed it. And the rebound to Arizona. Just Auburn's second miss of the night from the line. They're 9 of 11. Burries between the rings, working on Sebastian. Right wing, Karchenkov. Hands the ball to Del Orso. Gets a screen from Awaka. Picks it up, kicks it to the corner. 3-ball, Aristode, missed it. And the rebound pulled in by Overton for the Tigers. Trailing 74-48.
That's a good defensive stop right there.
Overton to the hole, goes up for the shot. And I don't know if he was fouled on the drive or on the shot. We'll wait for the call from Doug Sermons. It's a 1 and bonus. It was on the drive. Foul was against Del Orso. It's his second. And Overton at the line for a 1 and bonus for Auburn. First free throw is good for the junior out of Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. Started at Drake, then to Texas Tech, and to Auburn this year.
He's one of the guys the Tigers have that has the body to be able to withstand the physical strength of the Arizona Wildcats.
Second free throw, good as well. Overton with 8, 6 have come from the free throw line for KO. 11-18 in the second half, 74-50. Auburn presses, Burries double teamed to the backcourt. He walked, holy cow. He walked, he drives the other end of the floor, and he scored. Holy cow.
He split the double team.
And Doug Sermons yells at the Auburn bench at the other end of the floor.
And went straight to the other end for a layup.
76-50. On the wing, Overton, or rather, Tahad, left wing 3-ball. It's missed. And the rebound fought for. And it comes to Awaka for Arizona. Leading Auburn by 26 points. Del Orso at the left wing, top of the circle. Kicks it left wing. 3-ball in the air, missed. Air ball out of bounds to Auburn. That will bring Bradley and Pete back into the lineup as Karchenkov comes out. So does who? Burries, I believe. No, not Burries. It's Del Orso coming back out. Take on game day with the great taste of Coke Zero Sugar. Is it the best Coke ever? Try and decide. Tigers trail by 26. Auburn basketball. 10:32 to go in the second half. Pettifer picks it up at midcourt. Bounce pass Overton, top of the circle. Sebastian Williams-Adams gets a screen down the right side of the lane. Off the glass. He got it.
With 101 for the top of key, used his muscle that time. The young freshman really showed some strength and determination on that drive.
First basket of the night for Sebastian Williams-Adams. Tigers within 24. Drive by Bradley, gets cut off right side. Throws it out to the top, throws it away. Freeman, one-on-one against Pete, jump step. Goes up with the left hand, he didn't get it, tap up and he missed it. And the rebound the other way. Awaka for Arizona. To Burries on the left wing. Top of the circle to Bradley. 76-52, Arizona with the lead and the basketball. Bradley off the right side, inside the arc, backs outside the arc, top of the circle for Pete. Lobs it to the low post. Shot is up and it's missed, and here's Auburn the other way. Overton for the Tigers at the left wing. Kevin, top of the key. Gets bumped at the top of the key, down the left side of the lane. Hangs, shoots, didn't get it. Rebound Arizona. And Pete the other way. Lobs it to Aristode. Head fake at 3 for Aristode. To Pete at the top. Pete drive, crossover dribble, bangs into Freeman, goes up for the shot, and a whistle and a foul against Freeman. Pete buried his shoulder in Elijah Freeman, and they called the foul on Auburn's number 6.
Wow.
Jovic comes out for the Tigers. So does Overton as Hall and Murphy return to the Auburn lineup. It's a big, physical, athletic basketball team in Arizona that has outscored Auburn 44-20 in the paint tonight.
They're really skilled as well. They can pass it.
Yeah.
And they can shoot it, and they really have a simple game. They just kind of spread you out.
Pete at the line shooting 66%. This is 2 for Pete, and he put it up and he made it.
He's their leading scorer. I think he's got just 9 points on the night. No, he's up to 12 right now. Yep.
Second free throw for Koa Pete, and he made it. 78-52, Arizona with the lead. Pettiford lets the ball roll across midcourt before he picks it up. Tahad, left wing for Freeman. Top of the circle for Murphy. Murphy, right wing Hall. Elijah working on Bradley. Crossover dribble, free throw line, down the lane. Goes up, ball was blocked by Krivas, who gets the rebound. To Bradley up the floor for Arizona. Bradley on the left wing. Top of the circle, 20 to shoot for Arizona. Leading Auburn 78-52. Bradley from 15 didn't get it. And the rebound to Tahad Pettiford. Pettiford 25 points, 2 under his career high against St. John's. Pettiford gets a screen. Bounce pass, Sebastian. Drives on Krivas, goes up and under, didn't get it. Tapped it up, didn't get it. Got it back, got fouled.
Really good.
Krivas knocked him down.
Really an outstanding second effort by Sebastian Williams-Adams that time.
Second and third effort.
He just kept retrieving, kept going back after it and going back after it. And he gave up a lot of size that time, but he was to be determined. And fortunately, he got fouled. Give him a chance to shoot a free throw on the road.
The first is good. And now Caden Magwood will come into the lineup and give Tahad his first rest of the second half. Pettiford with 25 points, 3 rebounds in 29 minutes. Second free throw from Sebastian. He didn't get that one. Krivas pulls down the rebound. Krivas with his 9th board of the night. 78-53, Arizona with the lead. Pete backdoor and a dunk by Burries.
This young Magwood, he just kind of got caught ball watching that time. As he was watching the ball, his man just slipped behind him, went straight to the basket.
And the shot clock did not start as Auburn inbounded the ball. And it takes us to a media timeout. 7:56 to go in the second half. The score, Arizona 80, Auburn 53. Auburn basketball continues in a moment.
Alabama Power is here for you when big storms hit. But we're also here for the little things. We're there to get the coffee started, to make sure everyone's ready for school, for midday dance breaks, and evening entertainment. We're also there to help you save on all that energy with easy-to-use tips, tools, and efficiency programs. So enjoy these moments.
Kids, movie night.
And we'll do the rest. Visit alabamapower.com and follow us on social to learn more.
You've created a comfortable home office. Now let Carrier provide the cash bonus. For a limited time, you can claim up to $1,550 in cool cash rebates on a qualified Carrier home comfort system. There's never been a better time to upgrade to year-round premium comfort and energy savings. Carrier, turn to the experts.
Are you ready for your winning moment? Find it at Wind Creek Casino, where the action never stops. Hottest games, loosest spins, more ways to win. We've got the highest payouts and the most epic rewards. At Wind Creek, there's a win waiting for you around every corner. Wind Creek Casino. Find your winning moment. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Defensive statistics are presented by Cook's Pest Control. Cook's is the South's most trusted name in pest control and the official pest control partner of the Auburn Tigers.
80-53, Arizona leads Auburn with 7:56 to go in the second half. Rebounding is pretty even tonight, 30-27. Auburn just has not been able to keep Arizona out of the paint and to the basket. Arizona has outscored Auburn 46-20 in the paint.
Well, the shooting percentage shows there. The Tigers are shooting it on a game 34%. The Wildcats at 63%. Big difference right there. The efficiency of the Wildcats at 33 baskets out of 52 attempts. The Tigers have got 18 baskets on 53 attempts.
Yeah, 20 assists tonight for Arizona, only 6 for Auburn. That sounds eerily similar to the Michigan loss, doesn't it?
That's for sure. That's for sure. When you play like this, and then you've got to take your hat off to the Arizona Wildcats. I mean, they're a big, physical, strong team. They are going to have an opportunity to have an outstanding year. And I think they'll be a surprise in the Big 12.
By the way, this Arizona team comes to Neville Arena next season. This is a true, in a day and age where you see neutral site games all over the place in the non-conference, this is one of the few home and homes out there.
Well, it's going to be an outstanding, and what an environment that we'll welcome them to Neville Arena.
Yes, indeed.
That is for sure. But we need to finish out this last 8 minutes, try to work on a few things, try to continue to get better.
Hall will trigger down the right sideline for the Tigers. The inbound to Caden Magwood. Tigers trail 80-53. Murphy straddles the three-point line. Picked up by Krivas. Leaves it for Sebastian. Off the left side now for Magwood. Magwood brings it top of the circle and pops a long three. It's an air ball out of bounds. .7:41 to go in the second half, 80-53. Arizona safely on top right now. This Wildcat team is about to become the number one team in the country after the loss by Purdue today at home to Iowa State. Burry's in the lane, turnaround fadeaway, didn't get it, and a foul called against Magwood. Auburn will play that Purdue team 2 weeks from today in Indianapolis. That will be a 5:30 tip-off from Gamebridge Fieldhouse. Our coverage in Indy on Saturday 20th will begin at 5. Let me make sure that is a Saturday game.
On that 21st, it is. We're in Atlanta next weekend.
Yep.
So the Tigers have got a chance, and they've got some space in there. They can go to the practice court, and they can try to get better.
Second free throw missed by Burries. 81-53. Arizona on top with 7:20 to go in the second half, and Burries tries to run over Sebastian Williams-Adams, and Auburn's at the line for a double bonus. Fourth foul on Burries. That game against Purdue is a Sunday game. Let me correct myself. Sunday the 21st. Or is it the 20th? Sebastian Williams at the line for two. The first is in and out. It is the 20th. Jovic in. Murphy comes out. Sebastian Williams-Adams trying to sink this second free throw. And he did. Rebound out of bounds off of Arizona. Good job by Freeman to get a hand on that ball.
That's the first time we've seen really him initiate himself on the glass. He just pursued it really aggressively, went after it, created the turnover where we get the ball back in.
Inbound off the hand of Sebastian Williams-Adams. Here's Burries the other way, drive to the hole, Del Orso. That was blocked by Auburn. Rebounded by Bradley, baseline right. Brings it out, curls into the lane, head fake again, throws it up there, he didn't get it. And the rebound to Jovic for Auburn. 81-53.
Phillip really battled that time on the glass.
Just under 7 minutes to go in the second half. Left wing three by Freeman, didn't get it. Rebound, Hall goes back up and he's fouled. They got Koa Pete for his third.
Yeah, it's been a tough night on Keyshawn Hall, just having a hard time getting anything clean on his jump shot off. They've really defended him very well, but one thing he can really do is pick up here, get to the free throw line.
Keyshawn came into tonight averaging just under 22 points a ball game. That's just the 8th point of the night for Keyshawn.
Yeah, he's averaging about 9 rebounds a game. He's only got 3 there, so it's been a tough night on him. He stayed persistent, giving it all it's got.
81-55, Arizona. Bradley outside the arc, left wing, top of the circle for Krivas. Hands the ball to Del Orso. Picked up by Jovic to Bradley at the top, 13 to shoot. Bradley at the wing, top of the circle, Del Orso. Puts it on the floor, inside the arc. Fade away from about 15, he got it. Boy, it's a good shooting team. At least tonight it is.
That was they've been on fire tonight. They've had a good look about him. He was just got up over the top of the defense and shot it in.
At the top, Keyshawn Hall puts it on the floor, drives to the hole against Kribas, and he is fouled by Kribas. And that'll be the third on Kribas, and Hall back at the line to show you how well Arizona has shot tonight. They're 61.8% on the night from the field, 66.7% in the second half. And again, they have outscored Auburn in the paint 46-20. First free throw by Keyshawn is good. Double figures tonight for Keyshawn, 10 points, 3 rebounds. Kribas out. Awaka is in. The transfer from Tennessee. .609 to go in the second half. Free throw is up, and it is good by Keyshawn Hall. 83-57. Foul against Hall before the ball is inbounded. And now Bradley. And Arizona goes to the free throw line. Third foul on Key.
Yeah, just a little bit of a frustration foul that time. Went to press, trying to deny the ball inbounds, put his hands on him, and it was a quick whistle.
Free throw by Bradley. He missed it. And the rebound comes to Awaka. To the wing for Bradley. 6:03 in the second half. Arizona on top, 83-57. Del Orso, crossover dribble. 3 ball in the air. Didn't get that one. Rebound Auburn, whistle foul. It's going to go against Awaka and puts Auburn at the free throw line.
Yep.
I think Awaka got underneath somebody.
Well, that's one thing that he's in there for. He's a spark off the bench, but he is a big, wide body.
Yes, he is.
On the scouting report, he's a big body banger, rebounder, defender, plays very physical.
83-57, Arizona. Hall back at the line for 2 more. First is good. Murphy in, Jovic out. Second free throw from Keyshawn Hall. And he got the kind roll.
That's one thing he can really do. He can really an outstanding free throw shooter.
Bradley tied up by Caden, and he lost it out of bounds, and Bradley gives the ball back to Auburn. Nice job by Caden Magwood to tie up the ball.
He sure did. He stuck his nose in there, was a physical with it, and he held on.
83-59, Arizona with the lead. Auburn basketball after the turnover. Magwood on the wing, into the corner where he's double teamed. He lobs it back across midcourt. A steal by Pete to the basket and a dunk. 16 for Pete. (85-59). Arizona with the lead. Sebastian Williams-Adams. Now to Magwood. Pettiford in at the next break for Auburn. Hall drives, nice pass underneath Murphy. Out of bounds off of Arizona. And that'll bring Pettiford back into the lineup for Auburn. And he'll replace Freeman. So Auburn will have both of his point guards on the floor now.
First time we've seen that together.
Are they going to review the call here?
They must be challenging it.
85-59, and we're going to get our first review of the night at the 5:17 mark. We'll take a timeout. Auburn basketball brought to you by Auburn Opelika Tourism. Start your next visit to the Plains at aotourism.com. This is the Auburn Sports Network. On the court, a perfect assist sets up success. That's what the Ford F-150 truck can do for you. Whether you're up against a deadline or taking some time to unwind, F-150 delivers the power, capability, and reliability you need to make every play. From the worksite to the campsite, it's game on in the Ford F-150. This is Andy Bertram. For great offers on the official truck of the Auburn Tigers, see your local Ford dealer today. Whoa, Regal.
Looking for more than a degree? At Auburn's Harbert College of Business, we give you the competitive edge that sets you apart. Our programs combine classroom knowledge with practical experience, supported by mentors and career experts who align your education with your goals. It's a personalized approach that builds confidence and creates opportunities. Be ready to lead. Be ready to innovate. Harbert College of Business, inspiring business. Learn more at harbert.auburn.edu.
Auburn family, it's time to join the coolest club on the plains, Aubie's Kids Club, presented by Chappie's. Memberships for the upcoming school year are on sale now. Your favorite Tigers Kids Club offers 2 membership options. They give you awesome gear like an Auburn t-shirt, a men's basketball SEC Champions medal sign, and more. Throughout the year, you can check in at Auburn Athletics events to receive points, earn prizes, and you'll also get invited to special events only available through Aubie's Kids Club. Head to auburntigers.com/kids club to sign up today. War Eagle!
The review gives the ball to Arizona with 5:17 to go in the second half. 85-59. Wildcats lead the Tigers.
ID.
As we pause 10 seconds for station identification on the Auburn Sports Network. Arizona shooting 61% from the field tonight, 65% in the second half. Auburn 32.7% in the game and 25% in the second half. It was a 12-point game at the half, and Arizona then went on a 17-2 run to start the second half of play. Arizona full length of the floor to go, and Auburn will press. Well, if you're going to review it, leading 85-59, Auburn's going to press you then.
Yeah, might as well give it all you've got right here.
Absolutely.
Just to,
Apparently waiting for TV to rejoin us. Next up for Auburn, the Tigers play Chattanooga in Atlanta a week from today.
The Holiday Hoop Fest.
Yeah, Holiday Hoopsgiving at State Farm Arena in Atlanta. Don't forget Tiger Talk Thursday night on the Auburn Sports Network. Holiday Hoopsgiving on a Saturday, a week from today.
Should be a fun time to get a little shopping, Christmas shopping in for the fans and enjoy a little good basketball up there in the State Farm Arena.
That's a 3:30 start. We'll be on the air at 3 from Atlanta. Baseline left, Burries. On the wing, it's Pete inside the arc. Puts it on the floor on the free throw line. Lost the ball. Still loose, and Hall was the last one to touch it for Auburn. 10 to shoot for Arizona with 4:56 to go in the second half.
So good defensive series there. We just couldn't come up with a loose ball. Kind of lost his footing.
Archinkov to the wing for Bradley. A screen. Left side of the circle inside the arc. Picks it up, throws it to Karchinkov. 3 to shoot. He'll pop a 3. Missed it. Rebound comes to Murphy for the Tigers. The outlet to Pettiford. 2 points from a career high. Tahad puts it on the floor, into the corner. Sebastian Williams-Adams right back to Pettiford. He'll pop a 3. It's good. There's a career high.
Big splash right there. Young man can really shoot that basketball.
28 points tonight for Tahad Pettiford for the Tigers, a career high. On the wing, Burries, bounce pass. Awaka to the post, and a bank shot. It's up and it's in for Pete.
That's their 50th basket.
Yeah.
They've scored 50 points inside the paint tonight.
4 minutes, 6 seconds to go in the second half. 87-62. Arizona on top of Auburn. Murphy near the right corner. Hands the ball to Pettiford. Stop and pop three over a double team. Didn't get it. Rebound, Magwood goes to the basket and scores. His first bucket of the night. 3:42 and counting. 87-64. Pete at the top for Arizona. To Karchenkov. Down the right side to Bradley. Top of the circle for Awonka. A long three by Awonka. He didn't get it. Rebound, Karchenkov goes and scores. .313 on a counting clock in the second half. 89-64. Arizona on top. Pettiford at the right wing. Brings it out to the top. Crossover dribble, drives to the hole, goes up, and we'll get a whistle and a foul. When Pettiford went down, he'll go to the free throw line to shoot two. And a timeout. 3:57 to go, second half. And Arizona leads Auburn 89-64 with Pettiford at the line. With each Tigers three-pointer, Berkshire Hathaway Home Services makes a $25 donation to Outlive, which benefits local cancer patients and treatment centers. Arizona 89, Auburn 64. Stay tuned, Auburn basketball continues in a moment.
There's team pride, and then there's extra Tiger pride. When I'm carrying the Auburn University Regents Visa debit card or prepaid Regents Now card, that's exactly what I get. Whether I'm grabbing some extra Auburn gear or picking up an extra dozen wings for the game, this card always brings it. Sometimes I get an extra War Eagle from the cashier too. Visit Regions.com/Go Tigers to get yours.
Extra changes everything. And at Regions, Extra is our ordinary. Official bank of the SEC, member FDIC.
At East Alabama Health, our team of employees and physicians is ranked among the best season after season. In the past year alone, Becker's has named us one of the top 150 places to work in healthcare. Newsweek has called us the best in-state hospital. And for the second year in a row, Newsweek also named us as one of America's best maternity hospitals. But you know what makes us most proud at East Alabama Health? Is being an official partner of the Auburn Tigers. Join our winning team today at eastalabamahealth.org.
Nugget Bells, Nuggets all the way.
Hi, I'm Kylie.
I'm John.
And I'm Garrison.
And a little thing we love about the 30-count Chick-fil-A nuggets
is sharing them when we cut down the Christmas tree.
We will pack the car with gifts. And of course, we go and pick up our family's favorite nuggets.
Every nugget is tasty times quadrillion.
And we get all the sides.
Yeah, the ooey gooey mac and cheese is a big hit.
Share the nuggets, share the joy. Order the 30-count Chick-fil-A nuggets on the Chick-fil-A app. Real guests paid for their testimonials.
Keep it here after the game for the Regions Bank postgame show with final stats and analysis, plus comments from Coach Pearl. Now back to the game.
89-64. Arizona on top of Auburn. Tahad Pettiford goes to the free throw line for the Tigers. At the 2:57 mark of the second half, Pettiford a career-high 28 points tonight. The last Auburn player to score 30 was Janai Broom in the regular season finale last year against Alabama. He scored 34 in that overtime loss. Pettiford at the line for two for Auburn.
Well, he's just been so persistent. He's competed really hard. He's 10 for 18, I think. He's 10 for 18 from the field. There's just no quit in this young man. He's just very competitive. Shows why he's one of the best guards in the country.
You're not kidding. Final exams on the Auburn campus throughout next week. And then Auburn plays Chattanooga in Atlanta next Saturday afternoon at 3:30. Our coverage starts at 3 on the Auburn Sports Network. TV has rejoined, so Tahad is at the line for two. A career high 28 points, make it 29. Pettiford 29 points on 10 of 18 shooting from the line or from the field, 5 of 8 from three, and now 5 of 5 from the free throw line. 30 points for Tahad Pettiford tonight, a career high. Burries in the backcourt. Auburn with a little bit of pressure. Burries will bring it up the floor. 89-66 the score. Arizona safely on top. Karchenkov to the low post. Awaka puts it in. And they have just bludgeoned Auburn on the low post tonight.
They just moved that basketball a lot faster than our defense could move. Their interior pass has just been excellent, and the strength of their team is just really strong.
Ball deflected into the backcourt, and it's picked up by Del Orso. He puts it up, he missed it. And it's tapped up and in by Burries. 13 for Burries. 93-66. Magwood at the right wing. Backs up against Del Orso. Working on the wing, gets a screen. Kicks it to the top for Murphy. Murphy down the left side, spins into the lane, up with the right hand, didn't get it. Rebound to Waka. They've out-rebounded Auburn tonight, 35-34.
Yeah, the Tigers have battled on the boards.
Del Orso at the top, inside the arc. Back out to the top for Burries, 15 to shoot. Burries down the left side of the lane. Whistle, foul against Arizona. It's going to go against Awaka. That's
The biggest difference in this has just been the shooting percentage. They've just been unbelievable, 61%.
39 of 64. Auburn is 20 of 59 tonight. Evan Nelson gets his first action of the night from here in Tucson, a senior from South Point Catholic. Originally was at Harvard. A minute 33 to go. 93-66, Arizona. Murphy to Hall at the top. Hall for three. Nope, out of bounds. Been a tough night for Keyshawn Hall. He is now 3 of 11 from the field.
They've just kept multiple people on him, and their size and strength and defending it just makes it really hard for him to float open. He's not had any easy looks. He's had somebody hanging on him all evening.
Nelson across midcourt to Karchenkov on the right wing. Aristode to the wing. Karchenkov, 18 to shoot. Awaka to Karchenkov. Low post and a steal for Murphy. Under a minute to go now. Right corner, Magwood, 3-ball. Nope. And the rebound to Aristode. To Nelson ahead. Drives to the hole, goes up, missed it. Aristode there for the rebound.
It's what they've done for each other tonight on Arizona. They have cleaned up. Anytime they've missed, they've had another player right there.
Final 40 seconds to go. Shot, 3-ball up, it is missed. And Arizona the other way, Awaka. Nice job by Magwood to get in his way, and he knocks the ball out of bounds. 95-66, Arizona with the lead. And Arizona goes to its bench. C.D. Gay is into the lineup for the first time tonight. Sven Jotmo as well. And Addison Arnold. They have cleared their bench. We don't see that happen very often against Auburn.
Not at all. Not at all. It's just been a tough night. Been all Arizona tonight.
Yeah.
I think the biggest tell is our young players got to see the bodies that's on these Arizona Wildcat team. They got to get in the weight room. We got to gain some weight, get stronger. Because the physicalness was just a big part of it tonight.
Aristode on the wing. Inside the arc to Jotmo. Back out to the top. Back underneath Jotmo. Goes up with the left hand and scores. Auburn at the other end, and Murphy dunks it home against C.D. Gay. 97-66, 14 seconds to go in this one. Nelson will walk it across midcourt. And Arizona will win it, and win it going away. Final score tonight, Arizona 97, Auburn 66.
Well, it was a tough night on the Tigers. The court was really tilted toward the Arizona Wildcats. They played sensational, shot the ball at 61% clip. Tigers at 33%. Pretty easy to look at the stats, and when you're on the road, you've got to play a little bit better than normal. Tigers didn't do that. They battled in a lot of areas. Tahad Pettiford was absolutely terrific. What a guard he is. And go home, regroup, get better, defend the home court, and continue to play in this holiday Hoops Fest next weekend at the State Farm and get ready to go one more time. But it's been a learning experience playing in this tough environment in Arizona.
Final score tonight, Arizona 97, Auburn 68. Stay tuned. The Regions Bank postgame show is next, and this is the Auburn Sports Network. Conecuh Sausage is a fan favorite for tailgate.